The commission.
Yo, don't think I ain't hear that, man.
The commission. The commission.
Yeah.
Did one of you guys say that they didn't like this album?
Right.
No, wait a minute. First of all, it's a trash album.
Whoa.
This song is exceptionally done, but the album as a whole, you can miss me with it.
You thought that the new Nas album was better than this?
Better than Godson?
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying, all right, so now you're asking me a specific question. Is Nasir better than Godson?
Commission.
Yes. Yes, it is.
That's crazy.
Yes. First of all, it's condensed enough. If you cut Godson's track list down, then maybe you got an argument. But no, it has way too many whack songs versus Nasir. 100%. Oh, yeah, by the way, welcome to the Commission Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We sitting there having a whole side conversation. No, not the intro, man. Come on, man. Let's not scare people, man. Episode 14K.
You.
Hey, we in the building yet again.
Shout out to KP.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. Here in spirit, man. And we left the chair open for him, too, man. And we put some beats in front of him, so he feels
he didn't
like...
bring his own.
Because he never brings his own.
When he get back, he better have his own headphones.
That's a fact.
You better have that damn Garrett's.
Yeah.
Yo, remind him of that. Seriously.
I'll text
We got to
him.
text him again on the Garrett's, definitely.
He's not really
KP's
in
in
the shot, first of all.
he's on Lakeshore Drive trying to figure out why Yandy didn't come out. Or
Yo.
Yandy, whatever you call him.
For real, I heard he was making a pit stop on O Block. Hollering at Keith and him. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, I ain't trying to get KP shout out in Chicago. Once again, we are on. How y'all fellas feeling?
I'm great, man. How you guys doing?
Good. It's a good day.
Yeah,
Today
man, it's
was
a
a
big-
good day.
All right, Cube. Wonderful day, man. My man Kev is feeling amazing. Amazing week. You know, remember the show back in the day they used to have the best week ever?
Yeah.
Remember that on VH1, best week ever? I feel like Kev has had the best week ever. You know what I'm saying? He finally got something delivered to him that he's been waiting 5 years.
I did.
It's been 5 years for real?
Yeah.
It's been
it's
5
years.
years, right?
You know what was? There was a song that it didn't make the album.
What are we talking about?
We talking about the Carter 5.
All right.
C5.
C5.
It finally came out. The first lighter flick, I was like, oh man, this is it. This is it. You know, the lighter flick dropping.
Yeah, the lighter flick is the signature sound. I got you. Yeah.
I even liked the intro, man. It was his mom talking.
Oh,
I was
man,
like,
good.
this
You
is
like
cool.
the
Mike
intro.
has some strong
I
opinions
thought
on the
that-
intro.
Yeah,
Hold
I
up.
thought the intro was perfect, a perfect setting for the album. Like, because we waited so long for it.
First of all, the intro was way too long.
It's 40 seconds.
I know it's,
If
is
it's
it
long,
40
then
seconds?
I got to
It
be
feels
long.
a lot
I'm
longer.
gonna look it up right now. I think it's 40 seconds long.
What was your take on it, Mike? Because you came to me
I just felt
immediately.
it
It
was
was like,
too long.
I seen
Like,
some parody of some dude doing like a Birdman version of it. It was pretty funny.
Nah, I felt like at the beginning, I get it.
All right,
You
it's
got
2
your
minutes.
mom on. It's 2 minutes. Exactly. I
It's
wish
a
if
song.
it was 40
It's
seconds,
an
maybe.
interlude.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 2 minutes.
If it was 40 seconds, maybe it would have been all right.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say about it.
All right.
that's wait, no.
Wow, you
no.
see Mike killing it?
I am
Mom.
not gonna just let
You want me to go ahead and disrespect somebody's mom?
No. Oh, you did disrespect
rant.
somebody's mom.
That
No.
was
Jay
That was
had
in
his
private.
mom on the album.
That was a lot different from Wayne's mom on this album.
It definitely was, but I'm just
What
saying.
was different about it, Mike?
She wasn't crying.
I don't. At the 20 seconds, I didn't know what she was talking about.
Okay. All right.
She's just
She
thinking.
lost me.
All right. So New Orleans accent was a bit heavy.
When she was a baby, I knew he was gonna take care. It was
Yeah.
just like, I mean, for real. Like, come on.
All right.
Yeah, I haven't listened to that part yet. Again, I should say.
She's actually featured throughout the album, though,
She's
right?
featured
It was
throughout-
another play. Yeah.
Yeah.
I so happened to stumble on another song, and she popped back in there. I was just like, all right.
so disrespectful.
The album I thought was way better than what everyone expected it to be, because the Wayne that we've been getting is like these mixtape, and nothing was really fantastic.
Although I heard Dedication 6 was pretty good.
It was like 40 songs though, so I mean you could bubble it down to 15 bangers.
And yeah, that's
I thought that was one of my feedback for this though. This was heavy. Like there's a lot of songs,
and that's my thoughts.
but I liked it still.
You still liked it front to back.
Nah, I'm skipping some tracks, but
Okay, well,
You know?
what tracks are you skipping? Let's go down. Let's break it down. We need hold up. Cav isn't really giving this album the energy I believe it deserves after the anticipation that you've had. You've been harassing our group chat about this album.
you guys
for
just said the
weeks.
album was never coming out. And I told you it was going to come out eventually.
Dude, it's been over a year since we first proclaimed this on this very podcast.
You're right. I like the album a lot, man. I mean, it takes a lot for me to get super excited about an album anymore because they come out so much.
Okay.
But there was something, like, I thought the way that the album was sequenced, too, could have been better. Like, I didn't really care to hear, and rest in peace to him, and nothing against him because I like some of his music, but the triple extension, I thought that was kind of a reach.
Ooh.
Right? Like, putting him on...
I like that song.
I kind of like the song, too, because it came on the heels of this very emotional moment with his mom. So I'm like, okay, now you're going right into some real super sad stuff again.
I wanted him to just go in.
I feel you.
I was hoping, you know how like the Last Carter, he had the same beat on the intro, outro, and I think there was like an interlude with Andre 3000 and Tech 9 where they just rap. Like I wanted to hear that like from the rip. Like I want to hear some like the Mona Lisa track. I wanted to hear that like track too.
I think for Wayne, like it was not even just for Wayne, but I think it was like you can almost say you respect the fact that he just ain't have the Triple X feature somewhere buried in the album. Yeah, he just led the album off with, you know what I mean, as a RIP shout out to him. Let me just go ahead and start the album off with this track.
And honestly, I think it was very strategic. I thought that was a good move. Put X, somebody who the kids nowadays idolize, but let's not be, let's not, sell ourselves short here. All these guys are kids at Wayne, in my opinion.
Sons,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So X, leading off as being like a martyr right now, and probably always wanted to do a song with Wayne, and finally got that opportunity. Unfortunately, in death, but I felt like he got right into his rapping bag on Dedicate.
Really?
He started going in then. Uproar was
Uproar is fun, man.
It takes you right to a real big. I felt like the start of the album, outside of his mom, I'm like, yo, that's a good start. Then Let It Fly, he goes nuts on that song.
Snaps on that.
Yeah, that whole line, 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 all that stuff.
That reminded me of 22 Twos, like because he uses the same. I think he uses the same. Cadence and word.
Yeah, cadence and word. It's between mine and line for the most of that. Yeah, he kills him. Can't Be Broken was cool.
Dark Side of the Moon, meh.
That's a single.
It's definitely a single.
Recognize it as a single. It is going to be a single. They're going to shoot a video to it. It's going to happen.
Mona Lisa is probably the best rap song that I heard this year.
Ooh.
You mean concept song or just rap?
Just rap. It's just pure rap.
That's saying a lot.
Nah. They literally both of them rap for 2.5 minutes straight, no hook. They just rap, and they're telling a story.
Yeah, but
you silenced the room.
I'm trying to think like concept song. Like
I'm not even going concept. I'm just thinking I mean, I see where you're going with concept because it's a story. Yeah. Like let's be clear, everybody know that this is a story. But that's an argument to be made.
Yeah, that's true.
Kendrick makes it an argument to be made.
Yeah, like Wayne snaps, and then Kendrick goes in.
He brings it home.
Yo, but the funny thing is, like, when you first hear it, you like, oh man, Wayne is on his shit right now. Like Wayne is going so hard because he had been going hard all this album, and it's coming on the heels of a song, basically like a ballad. I'm like, oh shit, all right, Wayne, he, go in the house, kidnap it, set him up. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. And then Kendrick comes in, and I feel like I never thought I could see someone outwaying Wayne. I felt like Kendrick outweighing Wayne, if y'all could understand what that means.
The only thing, I was listening to it a couple times today, where he changed his voice up a lot on the flow changes, and then his voice changes. I know he's like different characters and like egos, but
that's what Kendrick does.
He does it on the albums. I'm not mad at it. Just
because a beat goes with it. I think he flips the beat up doing that in true Kendrick fashion. It felt like Wayne was like, yo, I'm gonna give this young boy the best I got, and he still stood tall. Like,
right.
And that's impressive, man. Like, you gotta look at Kendrick, and if you notice, because I know we're going to get into this, but of who's not on the album, but let's focus a little bit more on who's on the album. He's the only rapper. Like, he's the only one that's really rapping outside of Wayne on this whole joint.
to that point, I was kind of surprised with the features on the album. I thought there would be like this is the album to be on, if you ask me, this year.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right? And it's not old music either. Some of the songs are old, but you can tell some of the songs are brand new recordings.
It's a mixture. It's a blend because you can hear the old sounds.
Yeah. But like, I don't think the Swiss joint is an old song.
I don't think.
Uproar.
I don't think the X song is an old song.
Nah, it's not. There's no way.
And I don't think that. I honestly don't think Mona Lisa is an old song. And I don't think that it's a lot of these joints that I do think are old songs though. That's the crazy part. I think it's harder to pick out what isn't an old song on here than it is what is.
You remember the joint that I think it was called Gotti. It was Wayne and the Locks, and it came out. This is like probably 4 years ago. It was supposed to come. It was supposed to be like the first single off the Carter 5, and the person that produced the song also produced Hitters on the album, and they said I sent both tracks over 4 years ago, and they were like amazed that Hitters was the one that made the album. Gotti was crazy too. Like yeah, with Kissing Them on it.
It's been a minute since I heard that.
I like the intro for Hitters. He's like, "Did you just perform a concert with Louis No?" Or
yeah,
he's like, "I don't know about that,
yeah.
but I just see this bad bitch's birthday party."
Yeah, no, that was good.
I'm more of a fan of the first half of the album. Like
Wait a
after
minute. You kind of skimmed over something that I think should be, discussed a little bit further, and that was the lack of features on the album, right? So, the most notable feature is Drake not being on the album.
I can't believe that Drake's not on this album.
Why do you think Drake's not on the album?
Why do I think he's not on it?
Yes, sir.
I don't know why he's not on the album because.
No, why do you think? Just speculate. Let's have some fun.
I don't know. Maybe because he's the biggest rapper in the world right now.
Oh,
but that makes sense why you want Drake on your album, if you ask me.
Not if I'm the greatest rapper alive.
Yeah, I mean.
No one got that. That was.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, we got
I got it.
Can
you put Kendrick on the album though.
Jesus. Right. Okay. Who I would argue is the biggest rapper in the world. I mean, this guy still went platinum this year off an album he came out with last year. So that says something in my opinion.
Okay.
I'm just thinking like, right, if you Wayne, it's not that you need. I don't want the Drake feature.
Right.
So what I read is that Drake declined to be on the album. He was supposed to do the hook for the joint that Sosa Man, what is it called? What About Me? Mm-hmm. And Drake declined the guest feature for the song.
Why would Drake decline the guest feature for the song?
It probably would have felt like it would have been like a Drake song almost featuring Wayne. I think for Drake, this is the only thing I'm thinking, right? If I'm Wayne, this is my first studio album after 5 years.
Yeah.
I want it to be like my album. You know what I mean? Like I kind of, not to say I don't want Drake on it, but I would prefer, I don't need Drake on it. Let me reintroduce myself because it's been 5 years.
I thought the Carter 5 was going to be like a Chronic album.
I don't know, Chronic. That's a bit much.
Just with the features. You know what I mean?
Like, that makes it make it like a compilation.
5 years, and you're a rapper.
Yeah,
like,
he could be on every record.
I mean, but Dre was not like necessarily like you wasn't listening to the Chronic for Dre's verses.
Nah, you weren't. But you were listening to it for the features and the production.
Right. So with Wayne, I want to hear Wayne rap.
That's true.
Like I would have preferred if when he was saying earlier about the dedication, like I think about, like I was saying this to Greg earlier, like I wouldn't mind hearing Wayne rap like we know he raps.
Okay.
Versus what he was doing. They go Let It Fly, just to let y'all know. But anyway, sometimes I felt like throughout the album, like he was changing his cadence and stuff like that in ways that I'm not really the biggest fan of. Versus just hearing him like Uproar, he just rap, like he just ripping it. Like I was telling Greg, I'm listening to John off the Carter 4 on my way. He's just rapping like I thought we would get more of that.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to hear more of that.
Wait a minute, you don't think he was rapping though on the album? Like John?
I wanted a full album, like.
But you don't get that on the Carter albums. You get like, if you think of even the Carter 4, right? He had that song "How to Love" on there, right? That was a single.
Right.
"She Will" with Drake was a single.
They killed that. But that even "She Will" was still like a Wayne song featuring Drake. I think at this climate in Drake's career, if Drake was on the album, it's gonna feel like a Drake song featuring Wayne.
Yeah.
And I think Wayne probably wanted like I don't know. I'm just guessing.
But you heard "Believe Me," right, with Wayne and Drake. That's an older song that was supposed to be recorded for this album. It wasn't on there.
I don't know. I can't see. It's hard for me to say that a Drake song with Wayne can be considered a Drake song unless he's just woo-wooing and singing all over it. Because if it's just rapping, well, that's who fathered Drake's style is Wayne. Like, I mean, anytime I hear Drake, I always think Wayne. Almost all the time.
I'm thinking like today, like for the people that that's younger than us.
No one forgot about Wayne.
Huh?
No one forgot about Wayne.
No,
these kids look at Wayne like how we look at Hov. That's a fact.
I think the rappers may, but I think like the fans, it's kind of like what's hot right now.
I think
Wayne hasn't been out.
If this wouldn't have been as good as it was, I'm not going to say it's over for Wayne, but I think he would have had to fall back.
For me personally, I gotta continue to listen to it before I just put the stamp on it saying it was like a great album.
It's way better than what anyone around this table, I think, expected.
I would have totally agree with that because you just didn't know. Well,
I didn't know what to expect.
Exactly. That's the only reason why, because we didn't know what to expect. That's exactly what I was going to say. But I think I can't say after the first time listening to it, I was like, oh, man, this is good. Because it's a good body of work because of how Wayne raps, because Wayne does rap. And the one thing that this climate needs and has gotten a resurgence of this year in particular is rap. M raps, Wayne raps. I mean, Drake, for whatever reason, decided he wanted to go back and start rapping. Pusha raps. People still riding the Kendrick wave. He raps. J. Cole raps. All these guys who made great albums, Royce, all these guys are rappers.
I'm not trying to sit here and compare the Wayne and M album, but this album has way more replay value.
I haven't listened to the M since.
Yeah,
that
was like that couple weeks of like shock where I was like, oh man, he's dissing everybody.
Yeah, I think that's all it was though. Yeah. But look at the projection of sales, man. This is probably going to do around with same numbers that M did, if not slightly better.
It's on pace to have the third biggest streaming week.
Right.
I think it's ever.
Nah, I think
this
for the
year.
week for the year.
I think it's just for this year because
it looks like 460,000 is what he's projected
that's
to do.
impressive.
That is impressive.
Yeah. That is really impressive for a 5-year hiatus to come back and be able to get that type of number.
Yeah, I still gotta listen to it more. No, I'm saying for me personally, like I know
you gotta sit with it.
Yeah, right. I'm waiting for one of those.
Because if I can't, that means it wasn't as good as I said it was. I just went with the wave and said, "Oh yeah, that joint hot. You heard?
No,
that
man,
crazy.
just listen. Trust your ears. Like you didn't need anyone to tell you it was good. Like when I was texting, when we were talking about it, because we were both up listening to it. I didn't need nobody validation. I didn't even check social media. I was like, oh man, this is a banger. When
I was
first heard
surprised
things,
to
I was like,
see that you were not excited. Yeah, I guess it's excited.
Yeah, I was too.
I wasn't. First of all, I wasn't excited. I happened to be up because I went to sleep.
Now, I'm
early.
not saying like you was like waiting for it,
Well,
but like I didn't expect.
You were waiting. I wasn't waiting.
I was waiting. I was up like 12:01 refreshing Spotify. Like, yo, where's the album?
Nah, it was refreshing to hear, man. You miss Wayne.
Yeah.
Think about it. Wayne dominated the airway. That was a time you couldn't turn on the radio without hearing at least 4 or 5 Wayne in a row. Like that's how much play he was getting, and then to go from that to nothing, it's almost like he got killed or something.
If you look at the Carter series, right? Shout out who?
I was saying, shout out to Birdman on the attempt.
Oh
yeah.
Terrible.
He says like
we have nothing on the boards today. I'm about to say,
if you listen to the Carter catalog, right, the 5 Carter albums,
yeah.
You
rank them?
There's not one bad one though.
Where you rank them?
The Carter 2, lyrically is the best one. The
I would
Carter
agree.
3 is the one that
Get some-
propelled Wayne to the
The
next level.
stratosphere. Okay. I'm
I would probably say this is the third best Carter album. It's
Where
better.
would you rank the Carter at though? Because
The first Carter,
yeah, because to me,
that's the Go DJ Carter.
yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, to me,
Is that the Go DJ?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
The second one,
Was Fireman, right?
nah.
No, is
yeah,
that-
yeah. Second
yeah.
one was Fireman.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
all right. So to me, it started. I think it was the last track on 500 Degrees. I remember me and my
All the way
man
back to
Mel.
that joint.
Me and my man Mel was talking to.
Block is hot.
Yeah.
Nah, it was
500 Degrees?
500 was the last, like, yeah, 500 was the last one before the Carter.
Yeah.
Right.
Once Wayne had the crack in his voice, that's when I think his.
That last song on there, I might actually have to put that on the playlist, maybe.
All right.
But
I always improvise the playlist at the last minute.
nah, 'cause you know what? 'Cause I'm thinking also because people probably don't remember what I'm talking about. But that song, he actually he delivered. So when the Carter came out, I remember I probably was the only one amongst some of my friends that went out and copped it. And then I was telling everybody, yo, that Carter joint hot, the Wayne joint hot. Because remember, Wayne wasn't Wayne at that time.
The 500 Degrees didn't propel him the way he thought. And what happened, if
He was like
memory
14
serves,
years old.
well, if memory serves, he went on this crazy mixtape run where he
Yeah.
was putting out them squad up
Squad
CDs,
ups.
yeah, and
Right.
all that.
But
Go ahead.
what I'm saying is that if you listen to, you could the song, we'll put that on, I'm going to try and find it. We'll put it on the playlist. But that song, he kind of like, it was just a totally different flow than what he had on that album. And I was like, yo, if he did that, then he would be a problem. And then like you said, the mixes came out. Then the Carter, actually between I think the Carter 1 and the Carter 2 is when all those mixtapes started coming out too.
He kept it going, but I think the only reason why I remember because specifically I was never checking for Wayne. Right after the 500 Degree album, I was like, he's all right, but this ain't really.
I was,
for
yeah,
me.
album same way.
Yeah, it wasn't really for me. But then he started coming. He was flooding with all these mixtapes, and I forget where I was working or whatever I was doing at the time, and I'm like, oh man, this joint is knocking. Every time I ride, it was this one freestyle in particular where he rapped over the Best of Me from Jay-Z and Maya.
Yeah.
The Best of Me freestyle where he talking about lick a yellow Lambo, lick a yellow Rari, lick a yellow 911, lick a yellow mommy. Like, yo, and I heard that, I was like, oh man, he
had a few of them mixtapes was crazy.
Yeah, he had
but
a lot of them.
I'm not saying the whole 500 Degrees album. I'm
I
saying
feel you, the last track,
one track.
lead. Okay.
It felt like that was the one that was like, all right, this is me going from this into now who I'm about
500
to be.
Degrees was still like Manny Fresh production.
Yeah,
So it was the Carter.
yeah,
Yeah, the first Carter.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and then
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 Manny
the
had
Carter
to
2
bounce.
kind of introduced him to different types of, obviously different beats because Manny Fresh wasn't, I guess, there at the time no more. And then
So where would you rank the Carters then?
I actually like your ranking. The only dispute I would have is 5 over 4. And the only reason why I like 4 a little bit is because that was the one where he had those interludes, and I really was digging the interludes.
But he doesn't even rap on them.
I don't
It
care.
don't matter.
He got Andre 3000 on that joint.
yeah,
He had
and
Tech
Andre
9
spits
joint.
on that joint,
Yeah,
too.
Tech-
Nine
yeah, Buster,
killed
he
that
had
joint.
Nas.
Buster
Like, he
even-
had everybody
Shine
on
on
there.
there.
I hate to say
Yeah.
Buster even killed it.
Buster did kill it.
But Buster killed it. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm saying, I feel like I'm disrespecting Buster.
You are.
Yo, even Buster killed it.
That's
But-
crazy, yeah.
But nah, yo, they destroyed.
And it's
that
funny
joint.
because I didn't like 4 at the time, but then when I listened to it, like you said, replay value, I'm like, oh man, he did his thing for production wise, everything.
I like the President Carter joint on Carter 4.
Yeah, President Carter's right.
And Abortion on that.
Abortion was
album
all
is
that.
hot.
Abortion was dope.
Yeah, She Will was a hot
She
single.
Will, I mean, yo, see, once again, She Will was a Wayne song featuring Drake on the hook.
Yeah,
If She Will came out today,
it's a Drake song with Wayne.
Wayne got all the verses. If Drake, that wouldn't be the case. Wayne wouldn't have all the verses.
Yeah,
with
he would have
Drake
to
on
get
the
a-
hook.
yeah.
It'd be more or less like, yeah, that's just Drake's song. Drake gave him this song. That's what you would think.
I don't think Drake can rap with Wayne, and I think that Wayne was on some. I'm not trying to make a whole bunch of. I mean, he did make some songs. He made some singles. Hence, 23 tracks, a lot of tracks. But Wayne was like, yo, I'm rapping. Like I'm getting back in my bag. I'm getting to the shits. I'm doing what I do. and that's basically put me in a booth and let me spit. No. The only song that has content is Mona Lisa. Everything else is just I think was it Dedicate the song or Let It Fly where he's talking about people who he's influenced. You know what I mean? I think it was early in the.
The one joint he talks about suicide where he almost killed himself. I think it's on Open Letter.
Is that what he's talking about?
And then Famous, I like Famous, man. That's like a with his daughter. She's that's like a Rap Dad.
But that was a good. That's a good song. Even
Rap
with
Dad goals.
Even if you didn't know that she was his daughter, just how they used her voice on the track, I was like, oh, that's creative. That was a good look for her.
I think it's crazy that Wayne been doing this for over 20 years.
He's 36.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's a run, man.
Yeah, man. That's why he looked the way he looked, man.
Well, I don't know if that's why he looked the way he looked. I think the drugs might.
The drugs is the shot.
Yeah, right.
The shot to you.
Right.
Yeah, no, the drugs is the shot. I'm giving myself.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Cool.
Man. Yeah, I like mature Wayne, and I'm just glad he's back. We need Wayne in the music.
If you buy the album, you get early access to some headlining Wayne show.
Is that what they're doing now?
Yeah.
Wayne don't need gimmicks. Come on, Wayne. You're
Are we
better
done
than
with? Let me ask y'all this: are we done with the Carters?
Yeah,
now?
this
Can
is
we
it.
officially move on?
Is it
Because I
the
even
Carters?
think
What do you mean?
the
Jason?
Carter series? Like
Oh, the Carter series. Oh,
you
I'm
talking
about Jay and Ho, J&B. What the hell?
Yeah, that's a
Well,
bold
I mean,
statement. Just
this
like
was
I'm
the Blueprint 3 for Wayne.
I'm like,
Yeah.
man, he got the hive on his ass. Okay.
But what I'm thinking is that like if this album was named something different, if they just changed the name on it,
You can't.
why can't you?
That's what Wayne's. That's kind of like his. Signature.
So
name.
what-
Because then everyone would have been like, "Well, what happened with the Carter album?"
I mean, no, I know, I get it,
You know
but
what
I'm
I mean?
just saying, like, I just thought about that right now. I'm just putting it out there in the universe.
Like
My
if
Kanye
Dre
thing,
released-
it felt to my spirit to say,
if Dre released another album and didn't call it Detox,
I would be fine. He did. It was
He
called.
did. Yeah, it's called Compton.
What was it called? Con-
shit.
He did.
All right,
Yeah,
Kev.
it's called Compton. Welcome to the podcast, Kev.
Yeah. That was inspired by the movie, though, wasn't it?
I mean, it was. But I mean, it was an
Nah,
album,
man.
though.
That
It
was
was
the
a
album.
Dre-produced album.
That
Yeah,
was
you're right.
Detox.
Yeah, that was Detox. Yeah,
Nah, it
and
wasn't.
it was
That was
very
not
disappointing.
Detox.
It's probably just,
Disappointing.
It was disappointing. When's the
We-
last time
we
you listened
discussed
to
this.
Compton,
All
bro?
right, we're not going to talk about
Exactly.
that.
Exactly.
because I
That's my
think even
point.
a year ago you said it was 6 months from then.
Yeah, right.
I just listened to it at the gym like 6 months
I
ago.
feel like we had this conversation.
did. No, we
recently.
did.
I like the fact that they flipped the explosive joint on the Carter album.
Of course. And I like Snoop on it
Big
when
Snoop
they did
did.
it.
I think Wayne rides that beat. Like his flow on it is crazy.
Yeah, he spit on that.
Swiss did his typical drums on the special delivery joint.
I mean, to be honest,
It's
with
fun,
you,
though. It's a fun song.
I like that song better than
Pistol on my side.
whatever it is.
Yeah, why is it?
The
And
Poison
thank you for
joint.
saying that, right? Because I'm like, why is Swiss promoting this song when this song is clearly the hottest song? But I guess Pistol on my side is on his album.
yeah.
No, you produced them both. You're getting paid regardless, bro. Like,
well,
come on,
I don't
man.
think I'm pretty sure he's pushing it now, but I don't think
He's
was.
pushing it now because there's a dance behind
Yeah,
it.
got
It's
the
all
challenge
crazy.
going
Yeah,
on.
I mean,
It's
Shiggy
an
done did
uproar
something.
challenge.
Right, exactly. Come on, man. This thing is a wave. Yo, I love the meme of if you think this is a Wayne song, then
Yeah, you don't. You're,
Oh,
you're,
right,
you're
right.
too young.
for me, man.
I was gonna use that as the intro music today. I should have for special
man,
delivery.
honestly, I missed the G-Dep version. When I hear it, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
man,
yeah.
I need the
Do you
G-
remember that remix with Ghostface? Fuck the whole
Yeah,
industry at the
yes,
beginning.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Oh man, that's my joint. Oh man, all right, we gotta add something to the playlist. Yeah, nah, man. I thought it was a good album. I think we all agree it was decent work. What about the news that came out following, the album release regarding his former label boss and I guess
Oh, hold on. Before you
Oh, you
get
got-
into
you got
that,
something
I
else
got
for us.
something.
All right, what
so Drake posted picture of the Carter 5 on his social media promoting the album. Thank you for everything you've done for me, Wayne. Yada yada yada.
that's what Drake does.
He didn't do that with the Nicki album.
Okay, what did Nicki do for Drake?
What does anyone need to do for Drake? Nothing.
No, I'm just saying, like he owes Wayne something. He stole his flow. He put him on.
Yeah,
like, what
but
do you
you're on the
want?
same label.
So what?
Yeah, Nicki selling ain't putting no money in Drake's
Wale
pocket.
and Meek was on the same label. Do you see
Yeah,
Meek
yeah.
roasting Wale
True.
stuff?
Yeah, that's true. That's
I
true.
mean, everybody don't get along. Nicki ain't giving no pussy. Why does Drake owe Nicki?
That ain't the shot. That's just
from
what we know.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
FYI.
He's
don't
been
know
begging
that.
for it.
Man,
She
well,
ain't. Now
man, we got a lot of straight bullets going on. This
now I
year.
can see Drake being like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Now,
like,
yeah, sure.
Like, why do you want Nikki? Like, why Nikki is making herself look worse.
You
and
might as well
worse
just go
every
buy
week.
you one of them dolls, one of them sex dolls. If you want Nikki, like,
Oh,
I mean,
man.
well, first of all, it's a million girls out here that you can make Nikki or that already look like Nikki. Or you can literally get one of the dolls, like Dream,
that's it.
Cash,
Oh, yeah,
Asian,
how about
I don't
that?
know.
All right.
I'm saying one of the dolls, and yeah, there you go. Nikki 2.0. Boom. Dream doll looks just like Nikki 2.0.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying. You don't need Nicki Minaj. Just saying.
nah, there's no way. I don't even want like. I'd rather pull something.
We're not Nicki bashing, by the way. We're
Nah,
just
we
being
not.
That's
fair.
clown shit.
I knew that was coming.
I'd rather pull something that nobody like. I ain't gonna front. And I know we ain't gonna talk about him too much, but like what Kanye did with Amber Rose, you pull something out the bag that nobody don't know too much about.
We don't need any more Amber Roses in the world.
What I'm saying is that whole mystique about it.
Yeah,
that
no,
she
I
was
get what
just
he's saying.
bad
Yeah.
and nobody really knew too much. I'd rather do that than I'm with Nicki.
But I would, yeah.
Who
okay.
hasn't been nowadays, right?
But see, the lure of people like Nicki and like why a guy like Offset to try to bag Cardi is that they getting money. Like they're business oriented women, right?
It's like I almost feel like it was the same situation with Meek.
Well, yes, oh, absolutely.
Like this is gonna benefit me
Absolutely.
and you.
Yeah, I ain't got to spend my money on you. You got your own. You bringing something to the table. We're business-oriented people that are trying to progress together as opposed to me grabbing you and pulling you out of the gutter. My God.
That joint is loud.
That is loud. Yeah.
I'm gonna let this train go by real quick.
Yeah.
I know, right? How about that?
South side of Chicago.
Hold up. Damn, we need that drop. That would have been perfect. Hold up. Yo. Oh, man.
What was we saying? I
We was
forgot
talking about. We was about to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Kanye.
But I was thinking about Cardi and Offset, though, man. Like, they still fairly, even though, Offset and Migos been out for a little bit now, but they still fairly, like, new still.
Yeah.
And,
They got married. It's a year. They've been married.
No, I'm talking
for-
about even, like, the group Migos and them. They
Well, because
still
Cardi has
fairly-
one album, right?
Right.
And Offset has the Migos album.
But what I'm
Right.
saying is that's probably Drake and Nicki been out since, it's fair to say, 2008, 2009 now?
Yeah, they've been out for a while.
So I don't want to see them as a couple. Like, I'd rather see some new, like, let's say, what's Shorty name out of Detroit?
Cash
Detroit
Doll?
Cash Doll?
Yeah, that's Cash Dog.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
bumped into somebody that's fairly new out here rapping. Like, then you'd be like, oh, all right, I see it. That's what's up. You want to see them. They haven't won yet.
Yeah.
Drake and Nicki already won. So it's kind of like how that Kevin Hart situation was going with Tiffany Haddish. Like, they was saying, like, the movie is the
They had the number one movie, by the way.
Yeah, they did.
Number one movie
Is
and
it
number one
good?
comedy.
Cat Williams mad as hell right now. Man, Mike Epps.
Is it good?
I don't
It
know.
didn't look like it would be
You know
good.
what? I gotta ask. My wife and daughter went to go see it. I
didn't
asked.
even
ask
man.
him?
Yo,
It was
thanks
like
for-
Sunday
man.
night, but
Yeah,
I
it's
asked.
a
I was
homework.
like,
Movie
yeah.
commentary about Mike. Goodness
I said, how? Yeah, I asked. How was it? She said it was good, but my wife, she don't really. She said it was good. It probably had
Yo,
some
but
funny.
I feel
moments.
like it would have been the number one movie. Like, what else came out last week?
And that's my point. Like that's what
Smallfoot.
Kev did.
Smallfoot.
LeBron
that
movie.
LeBron cartoon,
And that's a
LeBron,
cartoon.
some other
Oh,
people.
yeah?
Well, wait a minute.
Actually,
you
Common
saying
got
Kevin
a
Hart
joint-
beat that?
Yeah.
But you know the funny thing about
Kevin Hart was the
Smallfoot, though?
number one movie last week and the number one comedy. I don't know how you
Whoa,
have
how
the
you
number one movie
differentiate,
and not
yeah.
the number one comedy,
Yeah,
but
right, I mean-
that was the headline that I read.
But you know he's
Smallfoot-
known to falsify and inflate those numbers from time to time. Go ahead.
Smallfoot wasn't in theaters like a normal cartoon is, though. Normally, like when they put out these big cartoon releases, it's like every half an hour.
It wasn't a Pixar joint or a Disney joint?
I don't know now. I gotta check because I know when I looked at the times, I remember like I ain't wind up going to see it because I know I was gonna be tired at the end of the day because it was only playing, but maybe 5-6 times that day.
Okay.
Normally those movies be running like I said, like every half an hour or every 40 minutes or something like that. It definitely wasn't like that.
Interesting.
It's a LeBron James movie?
Well, he's actually just playing one of the characters.
Oh, all right. I thought you meant he like financed the
I actually
movie.
thought he did at one point because the way he's promoting it, like it was
Yeah, you know what?
give
mean,
me Spring Hill Entertainment.
let's take a look at it.
Yeah, partial.
possibly
Yeah,
Spring Hill, is that his?
That's his production company.
What does that stand for?
I'm not LeBron James. I have no idea. Sorry, I was just
We
joking.
got to get him on the phone and figure
Yo,
this out.
somebody, might call LeBron.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, man, but no, shit. We went from Nicki to
Yeah, we got way off
shit.
base.
I mean,
We was
like,
talking
oh,
about
goodness gracious.
Kanye
Were we talking
No,
about
you were about to
Kanye?
talk about Birdman and the phone call.
Right. Well, yeah. So allegedly, we always got to start these stories with this. Atlanta police are, I guess, seeking a warrant for Birdman and Young Thug's arrest in the shooting investigation of Lil Wayne's tour bus back in 2015?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Young
It was a long
Thug's
time ago.
already in some serious trouble as it is.
Yeah, doesn't he have a weed charge or a gun charge?
This
or
is a
something
gun
like that?
charge.
Who's that? Oh, and drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was guns
Yeah.
and drugs.
He just released another EP last week called On
Oh
the
yeah, I
Run.
peeped that.
on the run. These guys.
And he coming for all three of y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
Birdman
man.
was and I think you were playing it earlier. He has a recorded conversation with
Someone's in jail.
a
for that.
convicted felon
Yeah.
regarding the hit he placed on him. Which I'm like, come on, Birdman, you got to be smarter than that. You know those calls are recorded, right? Come on, bro. But
Jail
yeah,
calls? I'm naive to this. Jail calls are recorded?
Absolutely.
I mean, even if you watch just a little bit of crime TV, you would know that jail calls
They can be
are
used
recorded.
like in a
Absolutely.
court as an indictment.
100%.
Huh.
And they can be used against you if you're trying to get a parole hearing or probation, things of that nature. Yeah, but he's basically, I mean, the call doesn't really incriminate Birdman. Like, if you're a smart lawyer, you could probably spin it and be like, all right,
Yeah.
well, he never really said anything.
So why are you even calling the dude?
Why are you accepting his calls if you know that? I mean, especially if you just depending
That's
on what
just
you
too close to
willing
home.
to do for him.
Yeah, that's just too close to home. Like, if there was any level of suspicion that Birdman had any involvement, nah, don't call me, bro. Call my man, who gonna call my other man,
Right.
who gonna hand me the phone, and we'll communicate that way.
I still ain't getting on the phone with you.
Right, that's
Like,
a
he'll
fact,
communicate to
right.
you.
He'll communicate to you. He'll let me know what you're saying, and I'll tell him what to tell you back.
Do we really think Birdman put a hit on Lil Wayne?
I mean, that silence just say
Anything
it's
is
not
possible.
impossible. Yeah, yeah, it's not. Yeah.
That's upsetting.
So let's think about it like this: Wayne ain't messing with you. Granted, you damn near raised this
You
kid,
just-
I guess.
yeah,
right?
man, it's like your son.
But he's not messing with you. Period. Financially, obviously, you having some woes of your own. You know, you got an album that you sitting on.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Could be your last cash out. I mean, honestly, I think that he was thinking that, all right, well, I still got Drake, I still got Nicki, and I got this kid Thug who was a protege and had a buzz. I don't know what happened with Thug, because Thug was supposed to be like the next Wayne. Barter this, barter that, right? Ain't paying out. Ain't not. I mean, Drake, you getting maybe a percentage, but Prince gonna want his cut. You know what I mean? Nicki, she ain't buzzing the way she was buzzing the first time around.
Yo, that album
yeah.
is better than I thought, but that thing flopped.
Yeah, man.
Nicki.
Yeah, that queen shit. That's why she's
Yo.
out on the radio doing this documentary. I don't know if y'all seen
Yeah,
this.
I saw the
which is
clip for
weird.
it today.
Like, nobody cares. I mean, like, okay. I'm sorry to say it. Like, not at this stage. Like, maybe earlier if that was your story coming up. But now that you've been a megastar for years, nobody cares what happened to you when you was a kid now. I'm sorry. Like, you done made it. Now you're reaching. Every week it's a new, thing you're trying to do to stay hot and relevant. It looks desperate and disgusting. Like, come on, you're better than that.
It does.
Just saying. I always feel like I segue and I don't remember where we were talking about in the
We were
beginning.
talking about the Birdman joint.
Yeah. So Birdman, he's out of pocket.
Yeah, you sit. Once again, we going back. We sitting on that Wayne album.
Right.
You need the bread. I mean, if God forbid if something ever happened to Wayne, let's just say, and that album gets released, now everybody's really interested.
Mm-hmm.
Which is upsetting. That it would take that for people to be interested.
I mean, people are interested, but now I guess we're gonna do the whole double thing. People are interested. It's out here, you know what I mean?
No, that's right,
So-
man. Because you done put out all this music over the years, it'd be like, that'd be a gold
Even
mine,
that would have been the perfect marketing for it, the build up. You ain't even got to put no money into it because he's been arguing with you back and forth about releasing it. He wants it released. So now it's just a matter of, God forbid, if something did happen to him, the only thing you got to do is give a date.
I don't think
when
they
it's
put
gonna be
much
released.
money into. Well, he didn't put any money into it, but I don't think the rollout for this cost them that much money.
No.
That's what I'm saying. And if something, God forbid, if something had happened to Wayne, you wouldn't have put any money out.
Are we gonna see like a resurgence of Lil Wayne now? You think? Like, remember a couple of years ago, Wayne was on everything.
Yeah.
We gotta wait and see, man.
And I feel like because he wasn't able to put music out, that he was like, all right, I'm gonna just fall back.
I think Wayne still got an imprint and an impact just because of who he is and how many people follow him outside of just music stuff.
He got to be rapper Wayne.
How old's Jay-Z? 45?
47, maybe?
47?
Yeah,
Still
something
making
like that.
great music, right?
Yeah, but different. Like
It's
than
different,
Wayne.
yeah.
You know,
Wayne's 36.
Wayne's 36, but Wayne still skateboards, you know what I mean?
You're
Sips lean and talks about drug usage just like all these kids like. You know what I mean? So you're talking generationally, Wayne is more appealing. That's why I said for this younger generation, Wayne is Hove. For us, Hove is Hove. You know what I mean?
I think Wayne got it. If he gonna do it like that, he got to come out just rapping Wayne. Like, it's too many people out here that's doing that whole. Granted, it's something that he kind of created. Even with Lollipop, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
You know, but that whole singing
Yeah.
trend
with
and everything like that.
and can't sing
Auto-tuning
and
and stuff.
singing, yeah.
But now it's just like it's you know, you got your Drakes, your Tory Lanez, you got your Weekends. Like, you got people that actually got a voice.
Even R&B artists do that now. Chris
Yeah,
Brown
you know what
does
I'm
the...
saying?
Yeah, but the advantage that Wayne has is that Wayne can spit better than all of them.
Right, so that's what I'm saying.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
rapper Wayne, can he come out and be on everything? I think so. Yeah, he can come out and
I think he can do both. He
can come out
ended
with this-
doing both. I think he can come back doing both. If the music is of a certain quality, I think he can get right back
see
into
the thing
it.
for me that makes, like, for instance, even when Drake do it, that make it kind of hot is that his R&B voice ain't that far off from some of these other R&B cats.
Mm-hmm.
So for Wayne, when Wayne first did it, remember Lollipop ain't pop right away. I don't know about y'all. I don't know. I know people.
When Kanye got on that joint, was gone.
Who, Lollipop?
Yeah, Lollipop was a
joint was
smash
gone.
single, I think.
Yeah.
I definitely think when to Kerry's point, it blew up with
I think
Kanye.
on like Hot 100, like not on urban music did it just pop
Yeah.
right off the rip.
I know what you mean. You're talking like the crossover
The crossover,
station.
yeah, it definitely took off. But I think for us, I mean, when I heard it, I liked it. But I knew a lot of people that was like, "Yo, what the hell is he trying to do?"
Nah, I think hip hop
'Cause
heads felt that way, but I
The
think what made
first
him,
single before
was-
it,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It was
Hip hop
a-
heads probably
yeah,
felt like,
but-
"Yeah, what the hell
but-
is he trying to do?"
but
it
I
was a
think
Millie, right?
it was
And
a-
then it was that. Or were they coinciding with each other? Because a
I
Millie,
would say Lollipop came out first.
I think you're right. And then a Millie came out,
right,
which is probably what people expected to hear
Right.
off
Yeah.
the rip.
right.
But I like Lollipop. That
Yeah,
joint
I
was-
thought it was great, man.
Yeah, Lollipop was a radio smash.
Static Major. Shout out to
Yeah,
Static
Sorry,
Major.
R.I.P. Static
man.
Major, yeah. But yeah, no, I think he can still do it. I think he still has the weight, the gravity, and the response alone tells you that people still want Wayne. You know what I mean? And it's not like crossover pop response. This is Meek tweeting out, "Yo, I'm gonna listen at midnight. You know what I mean? I'm be in my bag. Don't call me. Don't tuck." You know what I mean? Like, you got.
Chance kicked everyone out the studio. Just to
Yeah,
listen to
you
the
got
album.
a lot of disciples of Wayne that your kid's favorite artists still admire him. So that alone gets him that respect. And if he can he's showing he still got the talent. So if you guys still got the talent to do it and do it the way you were doing it before you left the game, like, come back weighing 4-5 then for a couple games, and then transition to 23 and see how
like
it gets
that.
going.
I'm just being devil's advocate.
Go ahead, Mike.
It's like, I think about it like this: does everybody really want Wayne, or was that just a wave to ride at the time? So we'll find out. I think we'll find out with what happens next. Like with his.
You saying like,
follow-up
does
project.
everyone just want Wayne to win because of what he's been through over the past 5
Nah,
years?
not even. But stuff is real trendy right now. So like I was saying, for instance, like I'm a sit with it a little bit longer before I make a determination and say, oh yeah, that joint was definitely this or it was definitely that. Because I need to see how long I can actually, like, how am I just listening to it right now because people are telling me that it's hot, and I'm just like, oh,
Everybody
okay,
ain't saying
cool.
it's hot, too, by the way. I want to be clear on that. I don't know if you got... Everybody ain't saying it's hot. A couple people were disappointed. Seen a couple
I
comments.
feel like if you're upset with this album, you just hating.
Some people don't miss that style of rap though. That rapidy rap.
And that style of music.
Yeah, like, you know, I mean, his Wayne's style is dated. Like, I mean, I appreciate it because I liked it and I lived through it.
And that's what I'm saying though. So right now, like people, like you said, if you got like the Meeks and the Kendricks and you got all these guys out here that's supporting the release of the album, then I think it's trendy for other people to just be like, oh yeah.
I get you.
And then next thing you know, that's like, remember when
There's a
Cole
lot of
joint,
stuff like that now.
huh?
I think the whole culture is like that now, though. It's just trendy for people to like. Like, people don't actually like things. They just like it because their man's like it.
And that's
like,
my thing. I like to sit back and be like, nah, that album was solid, and I'm gonna tell you why I think it was solid. Versus, I only heard it like I went through it one time real quick, but I'm saying it's hot because everybody else is saying it's hot. Maybe I heard a little something I liked, so cool. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. It don't mean really too much, but you know.
Yes, it does, Mike.
It might. Your opinion matters, sir. That's why we have
Mike's opinion. Let's get those shirts printed.
Mike's opinion matters.
Mike's opinion
Hashtag
matters.
Mike's opinion
man.
matters.
Yeah, man, you got to sit at the table, bro, for a reason.
Ooh,
I think one thing about Wayne we've been spending a lot of time on this topic. We can close it up. Is you got to be able to take out the best. You know what I mean? Like you got to be able to deliver consistent content. Like, you know, I think one of the things I think of is M's album and the fact that he reminded us of how he can get busy when he want to get busy. And I think Wayne did the same thing, almost to a greater degree, in my opinion.
Yeah, because Wayne made songs.
He did.
M just
he did.
dissed
M
a bunch of
spit.
people.
Yeah, dissed a bunch of people. He was spitting, but
He
I
was.
don't like M songs the way I like Wayne songs. Meaning like the structure of them, like I feel like Wayne puts a little bit more into.
There's not many songs off that. I don't know if there's any. I think about it that is going to be on the radio.
No, I don't think so.
This Wayne album, you can pick songs off left and right.
I get at least 4 off the top of my head.
Even with M though, I think sometimes like M needs to, and this goes to what Joe Buttons was saying. M needs to allow other people to do their job. Like let
Let the producer produce.
the producer produce, and you just get on the beat and you rap. Versus, all right, now you had a little bit to do with it. Like Cole came in kind of doing that, so we'll give him that's what you're used to from him. Like Tribe Called Quest, I mean that's old school, but we knew like, you know, Q-Tip. That's we
20th anniversary last week of
20th anniversary.
I think it was
that 98?
Midnight Marauders. Was that the album?
98, 20 years.
Yeah,
Is that
20
came out
years.
98?
No, that was the World Tour song.
That was on Midnight Marauders though.
Was that on Midnight
Yeah.
Marauders? Oh, I thought that was
Dude,
awards
Volume 2 on Saturday turned 20. Last Saturday.
Yeah, I
man.
seen
You
that.
old.
Yeah, you are.
But I thought that came out earlier though, because remember they used that as a theme on the Wayans Brothers.
It might have been 25 years. I just know it was 20
Yeah,
something.
I would give it 25. Well, hold on, 25 would have been 93.
I'll tell you in a second. You guys talk. I'll look it up.
Oh my goodness, man! You guys are your tangents. Where are we
I
even
know,
at?
right?
You were talking about something, like
We talking about good music here, man.
Yeah.
Everybody need to know this stuff.
No, I mean I feel you. Ultimately, Wayne will be as good as the amount of work he puts in. I think what made Wayne hot before was the fact he outworked everybody in the industry. He was always putting out songs. And he was always on people's stuff. So if he continues to go back to that Wayne, even if people ain't trying to get him on their projects, just keep putting out content and remind us of who you are. And yeah man, we gonna rock.
I want rapper Wayne. That's all I'm saying. Give me that same rapper Wayne where we was waiting for his verse because we knew he had a verse on this song.
Yeah.
Like the same thing with Jay. Like now when even on that Drake album, we waiting on. Like I'm listening to Drake. Like, all right, okay, yeah, give me that. But I'm waiting on that Jay.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Even on that Jeezy joint, we know Jeezy can do his thing, but I want that. I want to hear what Jay about to say.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying with Wayne. We can.
So it wasn't Midnight Marauders. Low End Theory.
I
was
knew
on
it was.
27.
27 years ago.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah, because you know what? I got it in 92, but it was already out, so it probably came out in 91. I remember this. That was the first
Hip
what I want to call it, like hip hop album, like
boom bap.
Hey, when did you first fall in love with hip hop?
I know, right? Yeah, it was 92 when my uncle sent me the Low End Theory, but yeah.
Oh man, what else we got on here? We got
Tupac is releasing a new album.
Tupac is not releasing a new album.
He's
but
releasing
he has
The Estate
content.
is-
He's gonna be the
I'm
estate
about to
of
say,
Tupac.
How the hell is Tupac releasing an
Yeah,
album?
it
yo?
might be Tupac. We don't
Who's
know.
promoting Tupac? Come on, man. They digging Tupac up to promote his music. His estate one. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I like Tupac. Big fan of Tupac's music. I don't know if I want to hear a Tupac album in 2019.
If he's referencing some of the same things that is going on today, like
Which he is.
Donald Trump winning the election,
But
and the wall being built, like
I don't
how
want
he
to
did in
hear.
the Chappelle
It's gonna
Show
be.
skit.
It's gonna be old vocals over new beats, and it's not gonna like. I don't like when people do that. It don't sound.
Well, my thing is, I like to listen to Tupac music to hear more clues about who may have killed him or where he might be at in America today. So, I mean, I feel like, you know what I mean? And every one of his songs, he gives us a little bit more, and every one of his albums gives you just a little bit more on what happened there. But no, in seriousness, does Tupac have a fan base right now? Like, can you honestly say he has a fan base? I believe he does.
I think he does from our generation.
Hell yeah.
Sure. I find it ironic that this news came out after. When Suge thing come out like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, at least a week and a half ago.
So it looked like there was an illegal battle with Death Row Records.
They finally got it.
Suge goes to jail for
28 years, forever. Let's call it forever.
It said hundreds of Tupac songs are
Yo,
now
but
owned
you know
by
what,
the
though?
estate. Who
Kev-
runs the estate? Is Afeni Shakur
Afeni's-
still?
No,
she's not
she's
alive, right?
She's
Or
passed, so
Probably his sister.
yeah.
okay.
But you know what's funny though? To your I guess to what you've been saying though, this could be crazy because this may be that Missing Dre album that you want so much called Detox.
Tupac
Because-
is not.
Tupac.
No,
is
what I'm
not-
saying is that the production would have came from probably that era when he was on Death Row. So you would probably get a lot of that.
Yeah,
a lot
because
of
when
that.
Dre left, he said you keep all the music. He didn't take any of the
You
music.
can have
with
some
him.
of that Dash production.
I would find that really hard to believe, only because he's released so much content after Dre left.
Yeah, that one album. they came out
Machiavelli.
with.
No. Even after Tupac died, they were still releasing music.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, they released a lot
Till
of
the end of
content
time.
after Dre.
Yeah.
But what
left.
I'm saying is that I don't think a lot of those releases, like those Machiavellis and stuff like that, I don't think that was just Suge throwing music out of there because they wasn't commercial releases.
No, I get that, but I also don't believe. I believe that he was still writing and producing long after Dre left.
Oh yeah, I know, but I'm
So
saying
there's
I don't think
songs
they
there for that.
I don't think they let go of everything that probably Dre would have done, especially on because you're not trying to. Well,
Why? Why would you hold on to that for like
because
Dre
he
left
Suge
him?
Knight. You
Nah,
know,
but nah,
remember, and even on the album, Pac like without gay ass Dre, and he's
Time
talking
out, but-
trash about Dre. You know,
But yo, all
you
right,
can't
Suge-
talk trash about Dre, but you got Dre production all over your album either.
Yes, you can. Suge can. Suge don't give a fuck. This is why I would say I would disagree, because Suge went to jail like what 3 years ago. You mean to tell me from 2015 to when did Dre leave? 94?
Nah, it was 90. Pac got out 95.
It wasn't
it was
after
96.
98.
It
All
was
right, so 96. All right, so Dre leaves in 96. You wait 19 years, 21 years or whatever. No, 19. Yeah, sorry, math off. Wait 19 years to not release this music. That doesn't make sense.
What I'm saying
and
is
you're
that
still releasing projects?
we don't know like if he could have been releasing it or not because
He could have. Dre,
Like,
you
they-
said
they
it. Dre
could've
walked
been-
away. Hey, it's all yours.
no, not Dre. I'm talking about Suge. Like it could have been a battle with the estate because remember he died in '96 as well.
Okay.
He fulfilled the contract obligation, but all this unreleased music you have, they could have been.
He was still releasing music though. Suge was still releasing Tupac albums long after Tupac. Tupac probably had songs
Those
up.
other albums was coming out on Death Row.
Some of them were.
I gotta check that out. I don't think they was coming out on
I don't
Death
think
Row.
most of them were.
They wasn't. The last one that came
I
out,
think the
on
Machiavelli
Death Row
one was the last one.
Machiavelli, yeah.
We have to fact check that one.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. You guys are really getting good with you wanting to be right with facts. And
Man, listen.
My goodness.
Because think about it like this: if it was like the one album, what was it to the end of time?
Yeah.
It probably would have.
It's a double album.
Yeah, it would have had more like up to date sounding material. I think if it was Death Row was releasing it, I don't think they were just trying to. I mean, we'll have to find out. That's all.
Interesting. What would it sell?
Better Days came out. Resurrection came out.
What
There's a
label?
lot of
Under
Tupac
where?
albums
Under which
came
album?
out.
I mean, under which label? I was almost certain these were all Death Row releases.
I'm quite certain they weren't. But we're about to find out. Death Row Records. Let's see.
It just says Interscope Records here.
Death Row in the scope. Anyway, what would it sell? If Tupac was to drop an album next Friday, this Friday, unannounced, wake up Friday morning, Tupac music. Oh my God.
I think it'd do like 300,000.
300.
Yeah, because you're gonna get.
That's a
You'll
lot
probably
higher than
sell
I
like
thought.
a lot more physical copies because you're gonna get the older generation probably that still buys.
That's a lot higher than I thought.
300, really? You don't think?
Yeah.
Everyone, the three of us would listen to it.
Yeah, of course.
So you got to think that anyone that's in our generation that still listens to
half
hip
the people
hop.
in our generation don't even know how to work these devices.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. They were gonna buy it.
They're not going to store to buy it.
You don't think so?
Where are they
what?
playing it in?
That's a good question.
Everybody don't have
You
turntables.
could buy it
bro.
on iTunes
What
or
are
something like that.
What are you playing? My car don't have. I mean, well, I guess I do have a CD player, but last time does Best Buy even sell CDs? Like, come on,
They
man.
do. They're actually gonna stop at the end of this year.
Yeah, man. Like,
What, doing CDs?
Selling CDs.
selling
Yep.
CDs. Right. No one uses CDs anymore. So you're going to download it. So because you have to download it in the streaming content,
Yeah,
streaming,
maybe 300,000 a little high.
I gave it half that though. I think $150.
All right,
You know, I think he would do what the Carters would do.
but like, who cares? You know what I mean?
Hell,
Whether
Tupac
it
cares
does-
if nobody
whether it does
else cares, bro.
100,000 or
Yo,
150,000.
Tupac cares if don't nobody else care.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you. Keep your head up, man, for real.
And just to clear up our conversation earlier, it does show the last one that was on Death Row that says Death Row Interscope was the Machiavelli album. The rest of them either says Interscope.
That one was crazy
or
too.
Hold on. Yeah, Omari.
Yeah, that was like his
was
label.
Mom,
says-
put out his
yeah.
own label.
This one does say The Row, though, and this is the better.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
changed the name after
Yeah,
that. They
they
tried
did.
they tried to make it like where Murder Inc. changed from Murder Inc. to the Inc. to make it more appealing.
I guess we wasn't gonna get throughout the podcast without a Murder Inc. reference.
Yeah, you
Well,
can't.
let's
Man.
go ahead.
Shout out
Let's
to
get
Suge Knight.
Let's get
Shout out to Irv Gotti.
Let's get this out the way now. Pain is Love, Kev's favorite album of all time, turned 17 this year. I mean, this is,
I knew he was going to be lower that. Lower that. It got to be a
shit
thing.
the hell down. And next time, don't tag anybody on that whack. You know what I'm saying? He tagged
now
the
I
whole
just do it
group.
because it's jokes.
Yo, I like how, speaking of Ja Rule and him, I like how 50, did you see his, last week?
Yeah, 50 was killing
When
Ja.
he was like,
Well, first of all, wait a minute. You got to set up the
in
story right.
Syracuse.
So, yeah, Ja was leaving Syracuse apologizing that he couldn't make the show. He was like, I had some plane troubles and, I'm sorry, Syracuse. I'll make it up to you. I got love for you, baby, and all that stuff, right? So,
He
50,
did that pretty good.
50 is out of the country, right? He
Yeah.
selling out stadiums in Wembley, and it's like
Yeah,
hundreds of thousands of people with these. This man, this 50 is trolling Ja. Talking about what he say?
they just couldn't sell, they couldn't sell enough tickets.
Yeah, he's yo. I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
it's what it is, man.
It would have cost more to turn the lights on that night than they would have made in ticket sales.
It's crazy.
I'm trying to tell you, man. They come to Philly, man. Kev gonna be front row, man. Front and center.
Yeah, he gonna be front row, regardless
himself.
what ticket
Yeah.
you buy.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
buying
nosebleeds.
balcony seats. I'm getting right up there in the front row.
Yeah.
John
It
gonna be like,
is.
you might as well just come on down,
Yeah,
brother.
man. Hey, man, you want to perform this duet?
He
with
gonna be
me,
like,
brother?
matter of fact, I can go home if y'all got a home cooked meal. I can go home and perform this whole concert.
Take it away, Kev.
Him and his Shanti. Oh man.
Yeah, that's fine. He would do it if Shanti was there. He would do it.
Yeah, Shanti probably.
Kev would do it. Kev would go on stage.
What? Did they go there? I thought they were touring together, right?
I don't know.
Shanti probably was like.
I like the Shanti on the. It's getting back to Wayne. I like the Shanti feature on the Wayne album. I thought that was appropriate.
I don't know why Ashanti doesn't put out more music, man.
I don't know if she has a fan base that would.
She
buy
has.
it.
That's the bad thing about it.
Nah, she
Right.
has.
No,
that.
yes, she
puts
has.
The
I'm about
singles
to-
out. And
No, she has
She's got
put
her
out an
own
album.
label.
She
Raven
did put out something
Entertainment.
recently.
Yeah, she
Exactly.
does. The joint with Ty Dolla $ign. That was like the single.
No,
Well,
she
it was
has.
a single to an album rollout.
Exactly.
Though, I
That's
thought.
what I'm trying to say.
Because she was
The
somewhere
album came
promoting
out
it.
like 2 years ago.
Yo, hold
Was
on,
it 2
Kev. I'm about to
years?
tell you. the point is,
I'm
nobody
an
was
Ashanti fan, man. Right? I know the catalog.
You can put out as much as you want,
on the
but if
label.
nobody's
I
checking
understand,
for it.
Kev. We
She's
get
not
it.
on the label no more.
She was. She's a part. She's by association, if you will.
Yo, if nobody's checking for it, you can put out as many albums as you want.
Because I was wondering, what Nivea exists? I didn't know Nivea was still
that
around.
was-
That was a little bit
That
of a
was
shocker.
make up for a child support payment or something. Wayne just threw it on there. Here, just get this album credit.
Yo, it's funny because after Nivea was on that album, for some reason she came on my feed. Like I was in my search on
Because
Instagram.
you were searching to see
I
if she was
not
still alive.
searching- Yeah, well, yeah, right. So it's just funny because I'm like, oh, Nivea really does do things. Like she's active. Like it's a couple people that I've learned that were active that I recall that I didn't know was active. Bashonda, Swiss ex,
Yeah.
baby mama, whatever, right? She's active. Came out with a book and everything. They was on Breakfast
They was
Club.
on Good Morning America.
Yeah?
Today, this morning.
I know they was on Breakfast Club earlier this week promoting the same thing.
Oh yeah, Mashonda was on there.
Mashonda
too?
was on there. Yeah.
Check
With
that out.
Maya is another one that's like still makes music, still puts music out, still performs. She's got this
I
whole
like Maya. I
vegan.
used to like Maya.
Yeah.
I used to really like Maya. Man, wow. It's memory lane for us. Look at you getting old, Kev. All right. What else you got? We talked about the Pac stuff.
Saturday Night Live last week, man.
I'm done with Ye, man.
Nah, man.
I thought the show, some of the skits in the show was
The
actually
funniest,
funny as
dude,
hell.
the Matt Damon
Matt
thing
Damon,
was
yeah.
hysterical. Because
Yeah.
that whole Kavanaugh thing is a train wreck, if you ask me. But
Yeah, that's a funny conversation to have. But I didn't see it.
Kanye's performance is. I can't believe they've performed that Little Pump joint.
That's the number one. That's like the top 5 song.
I know, which is upsetting to me. And they dressed up. You know how many kids are going to be dressed up for Halloween like that?
Oh, it's seltzer water and Fiji water.
Yeah.
What? Was there significance there? I didn't understand.
Yeah, because in the song he says something like, "You don't even know the difference between sparkling and still, like still water."
Yeah. Thank you for clarifying what still.
Yeah,
was.
so that's why they dressed up like that.
No,
But
I get it.
he performed that song, and I'm like, all right, what else he got? He performed this new song with Tiana Taylor.
Yeah, they're shooting a video for it right now.
I was saying to
weird,
Mike before the show started, I'm not a big fan of artists premiering music live like that before you actually hear the
song.
The song.
That's how he did with the Lil Pump song. Though.
I think that
was a
song
smash.
is gonna. It sounded terrible.
No, I feel you, but I'm just saying. Like, remember, he did that with the Little Pump
did.
song at the Pornhub convention. And, So.
And then he performed a song that was on Ye, Mike's song Ghost Town, which the performance was cool, but like if you're supposed to be dropping a new album, why don't we perform some new music?
Well, wait a minute. Yeah, you can't have it both ways. You just now said that you don't like when artists debut new music.
I don't like it, but
no-
I want to hear it still.
Okay, so you.
Yeah, I don't know what you want.
Wait a minute, what do you want then? Wait a minute, what are you asking
Don't
for?
perform old music.
He's
Don't tell me
confusing
you're
Kanye right
releasing
now.
an album.
Don't bully Kanye right now, kid.
Right.
Don't
What
tell
you
me you're
want.
releasing an album and then not perform any music off the
He did.
album.
He performed the song that you didn't identify that was with Tiana Taylor. We don't know that that's not going to be on Yandi.
That is true. I heard it was supposed to be on Tiana's song album.
It probably was, which
Tiana was
again
like, nah, get this
leads
shit
me
up
to
off
my
here.
point where like he makes announcements and then has to like, all right, yeah, the album's coming out next Friday. I didn't start the album yet, but it's gonna be out next Friday. Like,
Kim
no,
actually
it's
said
not.
that about the Chicago thing. She was like, she didn't take it too seriously because he says one thing at one time and then he says another thing another time. So she said he was probably feeling like, yeah, I'm moving back to Chicago. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. But does she really think he's going to do that? It don't sound like she felt that way.
Yo, Kanye needs help, bro.
Yeah, he
Bottom
does.
line, yo, like you're literally watching somebody with mental health self-destruct right before your eyes. Like he has something's wrong with this dude. You gotta know something's wrong. You go 1 week in one direction and then can do a complete 180, like within like that's just.
At first, he made it sound like what he understood everybody's concerns about the MAGA hat and all that
This
other
was just
stuff.
a couple weeks
and-
ago.
Yeah, Swiss killed him after
Yeah.
the SNL skit. He
Everybody
made a
killed
beat called, or a song was like "Fuck the MAGA hat." Did you see
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I saw that.
The
Fuck
thing
the
about
MAGA
that
hat.
though, man, and even though we doing it right now, but I don't care to listen to any. Why you keep giving him the press?
Yeah.
Who, Kanye?
Because it's Kanye.
Because it's Kanye, man.
Like, I
They
mean, but I'm
hoping
talking
he's
about
gonna
like from
talk out the side of his neck.
Swisses or whoever. Like actually, T.I. said he understood. He said Kanye didn't explain it in the.
He
best.
made one reference that was good on the
Yeah.
TMZ interview around the 13th Amendment. I agree with it too. But he didn't do a good job explaining it.
Nah, he did. But T.I. said that before too. He said if you sit there, that's the problem. Like when we hear it, is in like these little bit of snippets of what he actually, was trying to say. Like T.I. said, he needs like somebody to. He feel like knowing Kanye, he needs somebody to actually say what he's trying to relay to people because he can't do a good job at it.
That's
So,
a fact.
I don't know.
He's
Nothing-
following the steps of our president, man. That's what happens.
well, Donald Trump don't give a damn.
Yeah, I mean Kanye don't give a damn. Like seriously.
YG said, "All right, Kanye, since you're gonna build these factories in Chicago to make clothes and stuff, I need you to help me make the fuck Donald Trump hats." That's definitely not gonna happen.
Nah.
You can't. The guy that's wearing a MAGA hat is not making hats to say "fuck."
Well, he
Donald
said
Trump.
that the MAGA hat has a different energy now. He put some different energy into it. So,
I mean, I get that too, and I know I that part
Nah, you ain't-
no. I get it. I get it both ways. Like we know where the MAGA hat came from, so that's what everybody. It's almost if we go back with the
Yo,
N-word.
he did the same thing with Yeezus, trying to remember all the merch for Yeezus was Confederate flags.
Yeah,
and
and
he's
that's-
like, I'm gonna change
That-
the
that's
perception
what,
of these.
and
He's
that's
doing the
what
same
I was
thing.
going to compare it to is that there's no way that you can make a Confederate flag acceptable in society ever. Like it's the symbolism behind it. You can't change the symbolism behind a
Right.
swastika. You can't change that. Like you just
because that's deeply imprinted
right
in history. Like these MAGA hats, we talking about maybe 2 years deep.
I get it.
So maybe it's still fresh enough where maybe you feel like, matter of fact, and I don't know, I'm just making stuff
I
up.
see.
Hopefully trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But
I
maybe
got you got to.
maybe if we started wearing them, and we meaning people that don't
I got
support
you.
Trump, maybe
Yeah, it
it'll be a
changes the
turnoff
authority
for
of
people that
the
does.
power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know.
You wear the MAGA hat and then a Colin
Kaepernick.
Kaepernick sweatshirt. It's like, what are you doing?
A literal
You're a walking contradiction. Yeah.
Right.
It's crazy.
But if your idea of the MAGA hat is to change some opinions and you got on a Colin thing, maybe you pissing off them too, not just us.
No, you're not pissing off nobody. No one cares that you're wearing a Colin Kaepernick.
They cut him off
They're
at
not
the
even-
end of SNL too. I don't know if you saw. Chris
even
Rock
watch.
was like in the crowd, and if you went on his like Instagram, he was live recording
Yeah.
it. He went on this rant. Kanye did for like 10 minutes about the president and how he's possibly gonna run in 2020.
I just heard
Come on, man.
someone was saying that they were bullying him and telling him to
Yeah,
take
they
off
told him
the
not to
hat.
wear the hat.
Malik Youssef.
Yeah,
Who's
was
that?
the guy.
he's Kanye's boy. He's from Chicago.
Yeah, he's a singer. And yeah, I guess he was probably telling them like, don't go out there with that dumbass hat on or yada yada yada. And Kanye felt like somebody else telling him what he can't do, trying to keep him in that box, and I don't know.
You said yourself, you just played to the audience. I mean, it's clear that you played to the audience.
He's a
Like,
marketing genius.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's a genius
I
move because
think
it's
so, man.
obvious. I mean, it's not. There's no covertness about it. Like it's just. All right, I'm just gonna do something for shock value.
Yeah.
The reason why we have a member who does that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do this just for shock value, and that's what society has turned into. And we indulge it, and we talk about it, and we give it more airplay. And I'm just of the belief if you ignore it, it will go away. Like if you don't want to, subscribe to that way of thinking or those behaviors. Listen, man, I've given him the benefit of the doubt enough, in my opinion. I've still listened to the music. I've probably gone back more to old Kanye music than I ever have in the past. It's hard to watch this any longer.
This
like it
train
really
wreck.
is. Yeah, yo,
It is, man. It's a train wreck.
It's
And
becoming.
now you're gonna like. I'm upset too of the fact that like now you got your wife announcing the release date for your album that was supposed to come out. So now you're telling your wife, "Oh, yo, tweet out to your followers that the album's coming out on Black Friday. So then when the album doesn't drop on Black Friday, it's easy for him to be like, well, I never said that.
Well, I think it also is your wife has probably one of the most followers on social media. If my album does flop with my core audience, hey, babe, make sure you. It's almost like, you know, what Nikki was talking about
Travis joint.
with Travis and Kylie and Stormy and stuff. Like, yo, you got the biggest family in social media backing you. Somebody's gonna buy your shit. Like, seriously, off the rip.
They're already selling merch for the album on KanyeWest.com. You can buy the MAGA hat and you can buy free Hoover gear.
You can buy a MAGA hat on Kanye West's website, yo.
Because he I'm pretty sure the MAGA hat's on there. I know the free Hoover stuff is. He was like, this isn't the same hat that Donald Trump's wearing. I switched the brim and this. Like, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. Bro.
It's a red hat. It has Make America Great Again. It's the same fucking hat. It's guys. Get Kanye West out of here, man. We done with him. I'm done with him. Sorry. Damn, yo, we losing a lot of Chicago's greatest this year, man.
Who else we lost?
Got lost?
Oh, man, we had to get R. Kelly the fuck up out of here.
Oh, yeah, we definitely got R. Kelly out of here.
With the whole I admit shit and all that.
That was crazy.
Damn, man. Damn, Chicago.
Maybe they should make a Best of Both Worlds album.
Yo,
Kelly's and
that
Kells.
would be crazy. K and K. Pick a K.
Yo, I bet I know one thing for sure. It's gonna be streamed. A lot of people's gonna go check it out.
I'll check it out.
Not for nothing, it'll be a fire album, bro.
Yeah,
That's
I'll check it out.
One of the best produced, best written albums we've ever heard.
It's funny because I'm listening. We was listening to some Trey last night, man and Leah, and I was like, "Yo, Trey,
Which album?
Trey song." It was just like a mix on Title. Shout out to Title. But they was like, I was like, "Yo,
You a check now?
Yeah, man.
I mean, I said it.
Title. Shout out to Title when they put us on the
Are
platform.
we even
Edit-
streaming on Tidal
Nah.
yet? No,
Well,
not Tidal, man.
edit them out then, whatever. But it was we was saying I was like, yo, Trey Songz is like fake R. Kelly, like what he turned into.
Wow.
Damn.
No shade.
He
I mean,
was beefing with R. Kelly when he first came out.
yeah, but he
Trey
still was
Songz
trying to
is
fill
fake
his
R.
whole-
Kelly.
He is.
He
He's
was.
trying to steal that whole lane. Like he was trying
did.
to get into that lane,
He
and he
definitely
admitted
did.
that
He did.
R. Kelly was one of his
biggest
idols.
influences when he's coming up. Yeah.
I mean, I ain't saying that with no shade. I mean, he just.
But
you know.
Trey admitted when he was coming out he was trying to be R. Kelly. Like and then he lost respect for him. What the hell are you doing?
It's,
All right,
it's something on KanyeWest.com. They just jumped right into it.
That's crazy. Yeah, man, that would be an amazing album. I'm not even gonna lie. I would probably listen to it and never tell anyone that I listened
With
to
that,
it. Saying yeah.
Yo, we gotta wait till I don't know if you guys did your homework. Do you remember what the homework assignment was from last week's show?
No, KP, what was it?
Yeah.
We had to listen to. I listened to it too. The Outkast joint and 808s. But we're gonna have to wait till KB gets back to talk through that. So,
Well, what's the album?
Equipment
Oh,
Eye,
the
right?
speaker box.
No, the
Box.
speaker box versus
Yeah,
808.
But they did
Love
say
Below.
Equipment Eye turned.
Yeah, Equipment Eye.
Equipment Eye. Yo, that day in hip hop
It was
was
the same day
crazy.
that Jay-Z's,
Jay-Z,
yeah.
Black Star, Equipment Eye, and
Equipment Eye
Damn,
came out.
Black
in
Star
98?
came out with that
the
day
same
too?
day. That was like one of the craziest days in hip hop.
Damn.
Man, wow.
Uh huh. Golden era.
And Equipment Eye was only the third album.
Yeah, because you had Southern Playlistic Cadillac Music, AT Aliens, and then
Yeah.
Equipment Eye. AT Aliens was fire too.
Well, AC
Yeah, it
Island
was.
dope. Equipment Eye felt like is what put them.
Yeah,
put them.
Equipment
on
Eye is
the
my
map for
favorite
me.
Yeah.
Outkast album.
Yeah.
Like you can rock to that cover to
Still.
cover.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got some of my favorite Outkast tracks on there.
Man, South got something to say.
Chunky Fire. I like that joint.
Yeah, that beat hot. I
And
like
the synthesizer joint.
the artist storytelling.
1 and 2.
Two is just crazy to me. That beat. What's that? Spotty Yachty Licious? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That's one. That beat crazy.
Babylon's on there.
Yeah, they got a lot
Joint
of
was
work
hot.
on there. Anyway, shout out to Outkast.
We done down memory lane.
Yeah,
Good?
we done.
Okay,
We
all
done.
right. Welcome back to the future. All right.
Keep us on track here, man.
I don't even know. You have the list over there. I mean, like my list is getting thin, and we already went through Kanye's whackness. We talked about Pac. Oh, you know what? We had a season finale over the weekend.
We did.
Finally,
I guess an unceremonious end to a season.
Insecure.
You guys feel like? I mean, y'all looking like it's like, eh.
It was. Mike said it best earlier. It was a
What did
filler
Mike say
season.
earlier?
it normally shows have filler episodes. That felt like a filler season.
What was the season about?
So it was about the transition away from Lawrence and all these other stable guys and staking her claim of independence. I agree that it was a filler season because the whole season was bullshit. But the end of the episode I thought was kind of entertaining because I think it gave us a glimpse on what we can expect to see in season 4.
What happened at the end of the episode? You gotta remind me.
So
again.
at the end of the episode, you see Issa. You see Issa trying to make arrangements to do that whole little block party thing.
Yeah.
With that one girl.
Oh yeah.
No, I just know because I was trying to think.
Dating her, right?
And then now we find out
it's not the same
end.
girl. That's not the girl he met
the
at church.
church.
I
Nah.
thought it was, but
I
it's
thought
not.
it was too.
It's
I was
not.
like,
No, it's
the
not.
same
I
girl.
thought it was at first too, and my lady was like, "No, it's not. It's a different girl."
Only reason why I remember this part, and I'm saying that, is because I was trying to think, what did she play on? I couldn't think what that chick played on before. But anyway, then I'm thinking to myself like, oh, she gonna be salty to know because she all cool with her. And then it seemed like Issa still think that,
But Issa need that lady.
she needs it.
But
But
she
at the
can't.
same time, listen, it feels like the vibe that I'm getting in, Greg, you correct me, is that
I know
she
what you
feel like, oh, there's somebody that's really going like that she may wind up being cool with.
Yeah.
But she don't.
She don't know that he's messing with her.
Not only that, but it feel like she think that it may be a slight little chance for her and Lawrence. That's
You
what
think
the vibe
Issa
I
thinks
got.
that?
Yeah,
I do too. Based on what happened at the movie Last Dragon, right? That's what they call it.
that was in the cemetery, which was weird.
Yeah.
I personally think that girl not only is she gonna throw it's gonna be some tension there between her and Issa over Lawrence. I think she's gonna steal her block party idea and execute it.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
What about Homeboy showing back up?
Even that, like, it didn't really give me no meat behind it. And I guess that's why me and KP was arguing, because it's just like, and you just
Pause.
ghost. Yeah, huh?
Why are we pausing that? Yeah, I was
No
arguing.
meat behind it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good. that was good. Yeah, that was good. That was good. You could. I didn't even
I was
catch
late.
that
I
one.
was
That was
late.
way over my head. I didn't even. You're right. You're right.
That was for you, KP.
There it is.
Yeah, but yeah, I forgot now, because I don't know what the
We was
pause
talking
is
about Homeboy showing up.
Yeah, I
didn't
mean, he
give you
ain't
no
really
reason.
give you no information. He was just like, yeah, I just went back. I was mad.
Yeah, me too.
But it's like, but you weren't, because you was still, remember people was making appointments with him and he was cutting hair.
You're right.
Remember that?
I didn't know he was cutting hair.
Remember,
Yeah,
because
he
people
did, 'cause
was
the dude
commenting,
was- yeah,
and she
people
was
were
like,
commenting like, oh, you
oh,
got
all
me
right,
looking-
so obviously he was still here. But anyway, it just, all right,
Why
yeah, I
didn't
got
they just
upset.
ask the Asian dude? Yo, where's Homeboy at? Like, they never once asked him. They live in the same house.
He's not telling. I mean, if that's your man, I'm not. I mean, they ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, he's around.
He
I don't know.
Like, you don't know, call him, man. You got his number, right? Like, I'm not gonna throw my man out there.
I
you know?
get it.
But at the
you
same
could at
time, I'm
least
not gonna
asked
let you
him.
in the crib either, acting like you using the bathroom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah,
they definitely
nah,
both.
nah.
Yeah. But if I knew wasn't nothing popping, I knew my peoples weren't gonna be home for a minute, then and he probably was like, all right, what Molly really gonna be about? Maybe I could still see what's up with that.
Not really, because he wasn't really interested.
He
Even
wasn't
when she tried to
pressed.
call him.
No,
like,
he
he was
wasn't.
still like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, something. All right, so if something fall in your lap when you're a single boy, two things come up to the crib. You ain't used to, you know what I mean? You just went on a date with one of them. It's out of character behavior. I'm gonna at least see what needs to be said first, just because I don't know how this situation can play out, and I'm just thinking how I would think as a single guy.
I mean, you can only draw, but so hard. Like, she kind of drew by, like, she left you there.
No, I get it.
She
I get
walked
all
out
that.
on you.
Yeah, I get all that. She came to my house too. I didn't go over there. She's here. She just walked in. I'm sitting here. Imagine.
But do I want you in my space, though?
You forgetting how it was to be single. So when I was single, I wouldn't probably mind if you came to me, because it's no inconvenience to me. If I'm tired of you, get out.
It is an inconvenience to me, because
No, what am I doing?
Check this out. I'm letting you in my crib, though. So I'd rather go to your crib. That way, if you get into your little bag about whatever, if you want to start breaking stuff.
Nah,
or
it
doing
wasn't that
whatever-
deep. Wasn't that
I
deep.
understand.
We
but
weren't
you
in
don't
that
know
type
how,
of relationship.
But once again, you don't know how it wasn't that deep for you to just get up and, well, I'm done. I'm walking out.
Yeah, I've seen girls be overly sensitive. It's funny because as he said that, I thought of myself. I was like, damn, that was an asshole comment. Somebody would probably get mad at me for saying some shit like that. So I think he kind of knew that he was in the wrong. He
It
apologized.
wasn't an asshole comment.
It wasn't that bad, but
Yeah.
you knew she was going to take it away. Like, I know when I say certain things that people want to take it away. And I think he recognized that. He apologized, but he was like, yo, you don't got to react this hard. Like, I don't think he felt like it was any danger of his stuff being tampered with. I just felt like he was like, let me see where this goes. And he let her in. He saw where it went. And that was it. You know what I mean? It was, to me, I'm thinking of, especially if I live in LA, I'm thinking, damn, I don't feel like driving somewhere, pick her up. Like, I'm already home. She just knocked on the door. This is convenient. Why not? Why not at least hear what she got to say without having to burden myself?
I get it. I guess I'm just like, I'm real skeptical on just letting people in my house.
I get it.
So
I get it.
At the end of the day. But then I'm
what she
thinking,
gonna do though? Like what?
I don't. That's the first time you ever been to my crib. Like I'm just not like I didn't invite you over either.
Now I would feel a way
Y'all
about
just,
that if I had some company or something like that, and you just
I
popping
mean,
up. You're like, yeah, but I guess I'm not looking at her as a threat.
I never did pop ups. I guess for me, and maybe there was reasons for that.
Yeah, I'm not doing no pop up.
No, I'm saying no. I never allow people to pop up on me either.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, why are you just popping up? You could have called. Ain't no surprise. Cause you popping up to see what's going on. Like that's how I felt personally.
I feel you.
Not from the show. I'm not relating that to the
got
show,
you.
but that's why I just never got into that. So when they show that in the show, it's like I ain't feeling it. Another thing I noticed too, maybe this. I'm looking at the credits and I'm like, all right, Issa's writing all this stuff. Maybe they need to expand that and get a male's perspective on some of that writing that's going on.
I think that's part of. I think they want the show to be from a female perspective, though.
Yeah, I get it, but sometimes it's a little too foolish, though. It's like, nah. Like, you can still have her be the main writer, but maybe it needs to just be some stuff just to make. You need a man, too. Like, when you have male characters on the show to give a real male's perspective, not from a woman's point of view, how a man is going to act, yada, yada, yada. Let somebody just kind of silence that, be like, nah, there's no way that, once again, I'm just going to allow X, Y, Z to happen. Or there's no way you're going to have two grown dudes in the Uber like, yo, bro, she told you to put it out. And then slap it out of your, like...
But I think to Ked's point, it's not for us.
It's not for us.
The only reason why I say is because I remember my people was on the episode where she was going crazy over Ball, like not hitting her back. She was like in tears laughing because like she could relate. You know what I mean? Like women, she's like, yo, you be surprised the things we be thinking be going on with y'all. You know what I mean? And he probably just somewhere chilling somewhere or whatever. Right. You know what I mean? But we thinking everything under the sun is going on. So I'm like, oh, all right. Well, I didn't get all that. I just thought she was insane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why is she so pressed? Like, you know what I mean? They ain't not a couple. Who cares?
Yeah.
But I just, just
even like,
whatever.
and then I'm sorry to say this too, but even like when he's up there explaining himself to her, I'm like, is she really like that to be?
Oh man, you taking it.
I mean, I ain't want to do that, but I'm thinking to myself, like, is she really?
The only thing I would say is that I didn't like was I'm not letting no best friend shoo me away. Like who are you? You know what I mean? You ask me who I am. I'm not letting Molly see me come up with flowers and everything. He like, no, like, you're not ruining her night.
Yeah.
I'm not letting. Who are you? Like, yo, get her out here. We all had this conversation. You know what I mean? Like, you let her tell me to leave. I'm not letting you tell me to leave.
Or I'm calling.
Yeah.
Like afterwards, like, yo, I tried to stop by.
Something.
A text, something. But to my point, that's why it wouldn't help. It wouldn't hurt to have a male writer.
That I would agree.
To be like, nah, if I did all that, I'm just not gonna turn myself. Yeah, I'm not. Gonna turn
I made the effort. It's your birthday. I got the flowers and the whole 9 yards.
Listen,
like,
can you step out for a second? I just want to holler at you.
Yeah.
Like the same way it happened at the end.
Yeah.
She came out to holler at him.
Mm-hmm.
Or she was mad at the girl for showing. That's why I'm like, yo,
was.
I'm not never listening to the girlfriend. The girlfriend is just the hype man. Like she ain't really like. The girl was gonna say things in front of her girlfriend that she would never really mean. She's just trying to make herself look good and save face. But like, I'm not listening to her. You're gonna ruin her birthday. I'm not gonna let you do. Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
And then I think we both know too that sometimes the girlfriend, be interested a little bit, and she could just be hating because she ain't got her own situation going on.
Talk about it,
right.
Mike.
You're right.
So
talk about it, Mike. Talk about it, kid.
I mean,
We talked about it, though.
It's been talked about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
What's
I'm gonna pull
understood
Kev
doesn't
off
need
the
to be
tree.
spoken.
He gonna give us one of those answers. But no, you know how it is, man. So hey, look, man, listen. This is what I'm trying to do. Can you come out for a minute? Cause your friend kind of.
Mike seemed like the smooth bull back in the day. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
She ain't
Mike's
white.
still a smooth dude.
He changed the
No, I
voice
don't
up,
know.
changed the tone up, and everything. I'm
Cut it
saying,
out,
I
cut it
mean,
out.
you know, step outside for a little bit.
He did like the Boys to Men voice where the dude just talks over the track.
man,
The guy
he
never
was
sung.
Mike was
whatever his
that
name
guy.
was.
You guys just be
He's that
relaxed,
guy.
man. Just chill. You know what I mean? Just chill.
Oh man, that's too funny. That's all I got on my list. I know Kev has a couple more things. I mean, I had the 6ix9ine stuff. I don't really want to talk about 6ix9ine.
That is the 6ix9ine thing. I don't understand.
That's
Like,
clown shit. Talk about
That's
6ix9ine.
clown shit.
I mean,
Your house got raided for a gun.
I think it's who rated was the significance behind it to me. You know what I mean?
Do
Like,
we really know that the FBI raided his
Yeah,
house?
that's a fact. It was
Yeah?
FBI. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I would think that they probably were acting on some type of tip or something. if
That's
they
what
knew
I
where
was thinking
everything
too, as far as
but-
guns is concerned in New
Exactly.
York.
In New
probably
York, yeah,
so.
because that's automatic. Like you get that.
This is also the guy that was kidnapped, right? So maybe it has something to do with that.
I don't know if the feds were involved in the kidnapping one, but yeah, he has some elaborate stories. This guy, he's been through some interesting situations. I don't know, man. This is what happens when you troll. I mean, that's what I mean. I feel like everything
era
he's
we
getting,
live in now.
Yeah, man, that's you getting what you deserve. So you wanted to be the boss, blood and Treyway and all this other stuff. So that's what comes with territory. Hope you're ready for it.
Oh, I know we moved past it, but I forgot. So Kanye went to TMZ and said that he was going to Africa to record this
Talking
album.
about Kanye. Yeah, I heard about it.
What?
I don't like Kanye anymore. I'm done with Kanye. But no, he did say that. I think Tip was responded to
Go to Hawaii. That was the last time you made a good album, when you were in Hawaii.
That's a fact. Yeah. No Wyoming. Stay away from Wyoming.
Dark Twisted Fantasy was in Hawaii.
Yeah, it was.
He made some good music in Wyoming too, though.
Okay. He made some good beats.
Thank you, Wyoming, for Pusha T album. Thank you.
Yeah, you would have never gotten that.
I never
Tiana
would.
Taylor's
We
album
would have
too
got
was
an
solid.
album. Pusha T had an entire project completed before.
But was
the
it gonna
Wyoming
sound
thing.
better than that
Who
Kanye
can't-
West produced
Who
album?
knows? Who knows?
No, we do know because
No, you don't. You
No,
never heard it.
Check this out. This is why we know. This is why I know. Because it was one producer, one artist the whole way through. So it flowed. It was cohesive.
Okay.
If we got, you got a track here, then we got a track there,
You know what?
then we
That's a
got
good
track
point.
there.
Because I think of like Drake's album, right? And that's a good album. And majority of the production is done by 40 on the album.
Yeah, but you've seen other artists put out albums that have multiple production on it that I think are
Yeah.
reasonably decent bodies of work as well.
It is. It just don't have no like for instance,
Like it's the sound.
I'm
There's
waiting
a
on
sound
this,
to it.
I'm waiting on this T.I. album, and the reason
You
why
don't gotta wait long. You gotta wait
Yeah, I hope
24 hours.
I hope it comes out
It's
Friday.
coming out tomorrow. Friday, whatever.
But I'm waiting on the fact that, like T.I. was saying, why they was trying to, what's the word? You know what I mean? Like put the album together.
Yeah.
They already got the tracks.
Sequence it.
Sequence the album. That's when he hit Dave up. And, well, Dave actually hit him up. He said he played some songs for him. I don't know if y'all seen that interview or not. But Dave Chappelle hit him up and was like, yo, man, them songs you played, they was really dope. Like, real rap. And he said this was like maybe a day or two after they had kicked it and he played these songs. Listen to his story. His story is crazy, just even about Dave Chappelle. Like, I'll give y'all a little insight on it in case, y'all want to go check it out. But he was just saying, so Dave came to Atlanta because Tip was like, look, I mean, if you want to, come help me, sequence the album, put some, get
Dave
on
is
it.
the voice of
Yeah, Dave's
inside
narrating the
T.I.'s head, right?
Yeah.
Throughout the album.
Throughout
That's the
album.
concept.
Yep.
Okay.
So, but how he was saying it though, man, is that Dave was like, well, I got some time. Like, I'm gonna shoot out to Atlanta. T.I. was like, cool. Shout out to Atlanta. They kicking it. T.I. like they in the studio, and Dave was like, you know what? I need to go to a comedy club. Out of the blue. So T.I. was like, yo, he go on to his phone. It's like some person that he calls. It's like a whole process. Where you at? They find like a random club that's around that area. All right, go to this spot. It's like 0.3 miles away from where you at. And he shows up when the club's about to close. It's like 100 and some people in there. And then actually, Dave Chappelle walks in. And he walks up to the stage. T.I. said he did like a 2-hour set.
Damn.
Man, why can't I be somewhere like
Yo,
that?
right. You gotta be into comedy.
Yeah.
Yo, T.I. said he never even knew about this comedy club, like that it even existed wherever they was at. He said so, but this app, he said it was like amazing. It just pulled up the information, tell you where to go. They must have reached out. All right, yeah, go here. Dave just popped up, do 2-hour set, kills it. Then Tip was like, all right, now it's my turn. We go to Magic City for a few hours, and then they go back and finish the project. But I mean, what I was saying is that as far as the sequence of this album, even the songs, man, I think it's gonna make it like full.
Do you think, is it like a militant, like,
I mean, we've heard some of the records. They not really all that.
No,
he said he did that.
I
on
didn't listen to any of the records yet. You
Oh,
know
the
why?
Hefe joint is
A
hot.
Hefe joint I heard. Yeah, you're
that
right.
joint is hot.
But like the other ones that
The
came out, the
Weeknd
Weekend joint I didn't listen to, and then the one that came out today, we played like a snippet of it. You know why? Because there's 4 tracks out already, and it's only going to be, 15, 14 songs? I'm not a big fan, this is me personally, of like listening to 4 or 5 songs off of an album, because then when the actual album comes out, there's only like 8 songs, 9 songs that are new to me, and I already have like an opinion based on the songs I heard. You know what I mean? So I like the Wayne album's a perfect example. I mean, we didn't hear any of those songs.
True.
I kind of like. I'm a fan of the like you and your producer type albums.
Yeah.
I think that's why J. Cole does well, because normally it's just him. And,
No features.
Yeah, that too. Triple platinum, they said.
Triple platinum with no features.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
He's
right?
in town this weekend too.
I was as I'm listening to you, because I'm thinking of one of my favorite artists, and I think that one of his best body of works was probably just him and one producer, and that was the 444 joint with Hov.
Oh, no ID.
Yeah, no ID. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, wow, you might be on to something here. I never really considered it like that before, because he was like my example against your argument. You know, I'm like, nah, Hov works with different producers all the time. But no, you get one executive producer to just kind of oversee how the project should sound sonically. I think Ross does a good job with that. Even though he gets other producers on it, he oversees the sound of it.
Yeah, and that's the difference too. Like sometimes, for instance, Nas. What was not the A joint, the one right before that? Life is
good. Yeah,
the Swiss track had
Didn't
no
fit.
point on that album.
Didn't
I
fit.
actually like the Swiss track, but yeah,
No, I ain't saying there's
nothing
nothing wrong with
No,
the,
it doesn't
you know
fit
what
the
I mean?
flow of the
It just
voice
don't
of the
fit the
album.
whole flow.
Yeah,
Summer on Smash with
Summer on
Miguel
Smash,
on
but
the
They
hook.
got a whole soulful type album. Then they got this.
You got the Large Professor track, and then that comes on after.
Yeah,
right,
It's
exactly.
like, this don't make
It-
sense. It's not sequenced well.
Nah.
Nah,
I
that's
mean,
a
it
good
just
point.
didn't need to be on there, because even
You're right.
the extra tracks, kind of, I guess, at the end, like the
Yeah,
bonus
like
tracks,
The
like
Don
the Black Bond and all that.
Nasty was the first single off of that. That fit the album.
That was back when. No, I don't think that's on the album, but that was a single.
It was on the album. It's
Was
the
it on the
bonus
album?
joint
I think it
on
was a bonus
Oh,
track,
yeah, bonus track,
because
okay,
then
because I had downloaded the single and it wasn't when I downloaded the album wasn't on there, but
they should have gave maybe
I don't know.
jammed
But
you
the
up.
Dawn, all that, you know, what I
Yeah.
mean? Like yeah. I mean,
all that whole and even what album was kind of like that? The what you call the album from Jay? From the
Blueprint?
movie.
American Gangster.
American Gangster
Yeah.
album. That
Concept
was
album.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was sequenced like that was
puffed at them
like
joints.
sonically all that kind of flowed. So if you're gonna do it, like I'm saying, you can do it that way. Like, look, this is what. But nowadays, people do try to mix it up to be like, all right, what don't you have? All right, let me try to give you something that you don't.
Well,
But-
you like, because they're like, all right, I want the street single, I want the radio single, I want the album cuts. Like, they try to make it appeal to everybody, as opposed to just like the 444 album. There was no single on that album.
And that's the thing. You shouldn't be trying to do that. I think the older artists do that. I think the Waynes and the M's and the Nickies of the world are still trying to find radio-friendly hits to make them relevant. And the radio ain't popping.
Which is crazy. I was gonna say,
You know what
that's
I'm saying?
crazy to me that
Yeah.
you're like, oh, this is not gonna get played. I can't tell you the last time I got in my car and was like, yo, let me turn the radio
Yeah,
on.
no
Like,
one
I'm
listens
plugging
to
my
the
phone
radio.
in and
Right.
listening to.
And honestly, you
Whatever.
need to have something. It's funny because like when they post those little snippets of tracks on their pages and stuff, that's what gets me interested now when I
Yeah.
hear music. I'm like, oh shit, I want to hear that snippet. Like when Swiss is the master at this. Where
He put
get
one
you-
out today.
Yeah, he'll put out something and he get all hype and whatnot. I'm like, oh damn, that shit is bumping. Like, you know what I mean? You'll see Meek in the studio doing it. I heard a Kodak Black joint where the guy was playing the ukulele or something or some
Yeah.
type
Yeah,
of guitar.
yeah, that's
he
right.
went in. I
Yeah.
was like, oh man, they should make that a song or something. But Yeah, that's when I hear songs that I'm interested in or curious to see what's gonna happen is when they post them. Like Meek does it all the time. Too.
Meek's album, I think, is gonna be a good album.
I'm so pleasantly surprised.
Fab's on there.
Is Fab on there?
Yeah, they did a song, which
That's
I was.
what's up.
You know, I was thinking like, and I know KP's not here to defend them, but Fab has never done a joint with Drake.
Yeah, I don't think Fab rock with Drake like that.
Nah?
Personally. Yeah, I've been following Fab. You know, I'm a
Yeah.
Fab fan. I've never seen him reference Drake. I've never seen him mention
That's
Drake. I've
crazy
never
to
seen
me
him shout
because
him
I feel
out
like they would
for the album.
make good music. Like
Fab,
make
Have
music for
something
the
to do
women.
with
I think Fab don't rock with everybody in the industry. I think, and I think that people know that. I think it's a known thing that people only rock with Drake because of what Drake is in the industry, because of his
Sure.
stature.
Yeah.
But personally, do you think a lot of people really like Drake like that? Like,
I think people are upset of Drake's success.
you
And
got a
then-
lot of haters, of course.
Yeah, but to your
But I think
point,
it
I
goes
think
more
people
than
are just
that.
like, nah, I don't rock with this guy.
That's not for me. You know, what
and
I
not to
mean?
mention Fab is a rapper's rapper though. So how does
So he rap.
Like
yeah.
for real, for real.
Oh, yeah, for real. he rap.
So you gotta think about it like, all right, Drake. There's been reference tracks. There's been it's like he's juicing.
Yeah,
For Fab, somebody he came in our generation of hip hop where you was a rapper.
You're authentic. Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, he may feel a certain way. Who knows? We have to hear it from Fab. Maybe he likes Drake. He just don't advertise.
I just think that as long as Drake's been in the game and Fab's been in the game, they would have put some material out together.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a couple artists that you haven't heard Drake with. I mean, I've never heard a Drake Jada song. Like, I mean, I don't
That's
even
a good
think-
point.
I think it's certain. I think certain New York artists from a certain generation
That's
will
what I'm
probably look at
saying.
him. To Mike's point, yeah, looks at him probably like, you know what I mean? Like even how even his approach, like with women and stuff, like that's a different era from a lot of people. Like the whole.
Right.
Super lovey-dovey in hip hop. Like, I mean, it's been some guys,
Emotional.
super emotional, talking they jaded and all that. Like, no, I've never heard a song where guys talking about how emotionally scarred they were behind a female. I just never have heard it before Drake.
And I give it up to Drake because he took that and ran with it, and
He did.
half his fans is
It's a lane.
that's his
he
lane.
found a lane.
Yeah.
He found a
Yeah.
lane, and it's working for him. And I'm not mad
Yeah.
at him for it. Get your money, man. You know.
All right. You got anything? Oh, yo, I will. This is about sports.
Uh-oh.
Tristan Thompson. Did you hear what this dude said the other day?
About the East and
Yeah.
how he's that they're the defending 4-time defending Eastern Conference champions, and that the road to the finals goes through them or something like that.
Yeah, dude, this dude's smoking crack.
Yeah. Did you
Nah,
see the
he's
responses?
messing with a Kardashian.
Yeah, he's smoking crack.
Well, then there you go. Did you see the responses? Like Ben responded.
Nah, what'd he say?
He tweeted something back like, "Yeah, we'll see you soon." And then was it one of the Morris twins from Boston responded and was like, "How that's a joke or something like that." Like he's getting killed for it.
I heard the Rockets are like the front runner to get Jimmy Butler.
How they gonna do that with Melo?
No, but that was, are the Rockets going to get rid of Melo?
They gonna have to. Melo coming off the bench anyway. Why do I need Melo?
Is he coming off the
$20
bench?
Come off the, well, no, it's not $20 million. I think he get the league minimum in Houston. But yeah, he's coming off the bench. He got yelled at the other day for taking a long 2 as opposed to a 3. I thought that was funny. By,
Really?
D'Antoni. Mike D'Antoni. He was apologizing coming back down the court, so that was pretty funny. I can't wait for basketball season to start.
It did start. Preseason
No,
started.
preseason doesn't count.
LeBron was, he threw this dunk down last night.
Yeah,
It was-
and then he left the court immediately thereafter.
it's
Like,
all right.
no one's playing now. Like, I want to see some real games.
When's the official start of
I think in 2 weeks.
16th.
Yeah, something around like that.
Okay.
Yeah, middle of October. Yeah. It's usually like a week or two after hockey. And I think hockey just started like today
Nah.
or tomorrow.
I think
It's starting
tomorrow.
soon.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Eagles lost, man. That was
man.
upsetting. Blew a 17-point lead.
Hey man, I told you guys aren't making the playoffs this year.
We're making the playoffs.
You're not making the
They
playoffs.
play the Vikings this Sunday, which
And y'all gonna lose.
They
The
probably-
Vikings are coming off a 2-loss losing streak.
so are the Eagles.
Okay, the Vikings have better defense.
I would agree with that. The Eagles take too many damn penalties, man. It's like
Yeah, y'all gonna get Carson killed one of these days. Y'all better protect him better.
That's what I heard too
What's that?
about Carson.
Yeah, y'all
And
gotta
he
protect-
tried. I heard he was trying not to blame the O line. Like maybe I was a little rusty.
Yeah,
how about
nah,
the
bro.
O-line
We
fighting?
saw them with foes, man. Yeah, we ain't rolling with that. But my Ravens, since we're talking football,
Yo, man.
yeah, 3-1, man.
They
Get aboard, man.
they look good.
Our skill position players are something serious, man. John Brown, our wide out, man.
John Brown is a beast.
Something serious. I'm trying to tell you, man. He bet on himself too. He pulled a Flacco. He's like, I'm not signing the contract. Sign me to a 1 year. I'll bet on myself and get that max deal next year.
I like it.
I love that. I love the attitude. You know what I mean? Don't be a Le'Veon. You know what I mean? Come and join
Yo,
your team.
he said he's gonna return to the team week 7.
Yo, what are we in week 4?
When they that's their bye week.
Yo, we're on week 4. You're like, yo, I'm gonna come in a month. Yo, that's crazy.
On your bye week, like he's just spitting in your face. That is crazy, man.
How you
Like,
tell your boss like, yo, I'll be back.
Yeah,
in a month.
you're gonna pay me, right? They pay
Nah,
me?
no, he's getting fined. He's
Oh,
getting
okay.
fined every week he misses. Yeah, he getting fined. Like
More than he's making?
$1.8 million. I mean, for him, I mean, it's a lot for us. It's like
Yeah.
a couple million. It's like $1 million a game or some shit like that.
That's crazy, man.
Or 800,000 or something crazy like that. So, but you know, he got it. Long money. Betting on this. I'm not mad at him because you see what happened to Earl Thomas. You know what I mean? You put your body on the line for these organizations and you trying to get contracts. You take them to 2 Super Bowls, win 1. Clearly, probably are the best defensive player in the secondary on that whole legendary Legion of Boom. And you don't even get an extension. You don't even get a max deal. And then you break your leg after you were saying that you're not going to practice to preserve your health. Then you go on a Sunday and break your leg. Like, fuck Seattle too. I mean, like, that's how he gave him the bird when he was carting him out. So I understand it. I don't agree with the way, but I get it. I understand. I'm not mad with him.
How'd your Wolverines do over the weekend?
Yeah, we won.
Yeah?
Yeah, we pulled it out. It was a tight one against Northwestern. It was definitely tight. Had to come back in the 4th, but we pulled it out.
Penn State, man.
Yeah, man, I watched that. I was about
Me
to
too.
say.
That was upsetting.
They lost at the end, right?
Yeah, they had
man.
the
Yeah, I
game.
seen
They
it.
were winning.
I think
2 minutes left.
Funny story, right? So I'm at the bar texting Rob, right?
That's what I was just thinking about. Rob,
Yo,
too.
I was texting him the whole game, right? We talking about it. And finally, when they went up to, like, when they was up like 26-17, I was like, oh, yeah, y'all got this in the bag. Like, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, he talking shit. He feeling himself and everything. Then it was a quick score. I'm like, uh-oh. I was like, yo, it was like 4 minutes left, and they scored. And Ohio State had just scored. I'm like, I don't think y'all gonna be able to stop. And after that, I didn't hear.
They had the chance too. They got the ball back with
They did.
2 minutes left. March down. That's what's the quarterback's name?
McSorley.
Yeah. It's time to
McSorley.
shine, man.
It's not his fault. If you watch the game, McSorley balled. Like, I was impressed. He had 184 yards on the ground. He had 184 yards on the ground. He had like 3 something in the air. Like, he was lighting Ohio State the fuck up. Where they messed up at is they went to their running game for some reason that wasn't going all night and took the ball out of Trace McSorley's hands. And yeah, man, ball game, just like that, lights out. Mike, this one's for you real quick before we leave the sports topic. Just one quick sidebar. Have you seen the press run for Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury as of late?
Nah.
You need to watch that.
Yeah.
If you want to see, Kevin, if you want to see something entertaining in boxing,
Yeah.
watch this press run going on. I think they were in London on Monday. They were in New York yesterday or today. Watch the press
When's
run.
the fight?
It's December 1st.
Okay.
It's worth it.
There's a fight this weekend, a UFC fight. McGregor fighting somebody.
Is it this weekend?
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I thought it was in November.
I got a spot we can go watch it if you want.
I'm actually down to
Yeah.
watch McGregor
Yeah.
fight. Yeah, especially this kid because I
I
heard
hope
this
he
kid
get
is
his
pretty good.
ass whipped.
I don't think he's gonna lose.
McGregor?
I hope he gets
not
his
in
ass
Octagon.
kicked too.
I don't-
That dude needs to get his ass whooped.
Yeah, he doesn't lose an octagon. I think he lost an octagon once.
He said after this he's going back in boxing.
The
He
box
don't
too.
wanna box.
I don't know.
He don't wanna
Yo, speaking of boxing, man, HBO's canceling boxing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I seen
man.
that.
I meant to ask you about that
Who
too.
you think
man.
someone's gonna pick it up?
Oh yeah. If
Like a big network or like one of these like
networks have already been picking it up. I
Oh,
think
for
that's
real?
why HBO is going out of business. Yeah,
HBO ain't going out of
that
business.
Al. I mean, not I'm sorry, out of the boxing business. Sorry, Al Heyman deal with Premier Boxing Champions. That's still going. That's on Fox Sports.
Yeah,
That's still
yeah.
going on CBS. Like, they getting major network deals.
Okay.
They got long money. And then Showtime is still gonna be relevant. For some reason, I feel like Stars might pick it up. I don't know why. I feel like Stars gonna start doing boxing. I don't know.
50's there. That would put him in alignment with. That's not a bad idea, man.
Just saying. I just felt I don't know what came. They're a struggling network in my opinion. All they got is
Stars.
Power.
Yo, it is crazy that show. I don't watch anything on Stars unless Power's on, and like a movie if it's like.
They
an old
very
movie I
rarely
flip
have good
through.
movies now. I used to watch Spartacus back in the day. That was my joint.
You finished Ozark yet, Mike?
Nah, I ain't even get a chance to get into it yet.
Yo, man,
What are you doing?
you're missing out on life.
I ain't get a chance to get into it yet.
It's good.
Making a Murderer 2 is about to come back.
I'm letting,
Snap, it
mind
comes
you,
out
I'm
next
letting you
week.
say this. Like, what am I doing? Did you get a chance to finish Snowfall yet?
All right, so I got the episode
Exactly.
7.
No,
You've been on
that's
episode
it.
7 just as long as I've been on episode 6, third season of The Wire. You know what I'm saying?
No. It definitely ain't been
Yeah.
that bad.
It
You've been
has.
on episode 6 for like over a year.
It's been-
For almost
yeah,
2
exactly.
years.
Exactly.
When your family in Chicago, did they watch The Wire?
Does anybody close to you watch The Wire?
Yeah.
Or have watched
Because
The Wire?
I find it hard to believe that nobody that's close to you has talked you into
No, I
watching
mean,
the
like,
show.
I know people that watched it. Like, you know, a couple of my friends watched it. Angelo watched it. Y'all hear him talk about it.
Yeah.
He watched it. My homie Rel, he watched
Clearly,
it. Like,
Mike is not a follower since he's
I'm
I haven't
I'm
watched
not.
Snowfall yet, but I'm like, all right, if you like Snowfall,
Well, what happened
how
with
can
me
you
is
not like The Wire?
yeah. Well, what happened with me and Snowfall is that they took off the free ones, so I'm not paying the $5.
Oh yeah, they do.
I'm saying I'm not paying. Yeah, I'm not paying the
Understood.
$5. As soon as episode 2, season 2 ended, they took them off, which made me mad.
The stick.
No, I ain't have it on the stick. I was watching on
got
the
it like
I mean, I know
Netflix.
it's on the stick, but no, it's not on Netflix.
It's on Hulu, one of them, because I was going to watch it.
It's on probably Hulu, maybe. It's on
Yeah.
Fox FX Plus. 'Cause
Yo,
I was watching. it through
You know
the
what would
joint.
be cool for Hulu to do? To pick up this show.
Mm,
There ain't no podcast on Hulu.
that's a fact. Okay. Hey, Hulu, cuss
Holla
chat.
at us.
CTC baby.
How we gonna tell them what they need to do? Then cut the check on top of that. Yo, y'all need to go.
Need to pick us up and pay us.
Ain't that what Cat Williams told?
Like, yo, I don't even know y'all exist out this month.
You know, Cat Williams told Monique, you don't go to them and
Make demands. Yo,
That's
did you
pretty
hear Cat
good.
Williams' response?
No, I was waiting for it.
Oh yeah, he said, he basically was calling Kev out. I want to say he was walking somewhere, and he was basically like, wow, you was out making your 85 millions. I was out here doing something. I don't know, but yeah, it wasn't nothing worthwhile. Wasn't anything noteworthy about it. It was just.
I would
hey,
go
man,
see Cat
I'll
Williams.
fight you anytime, anywhere.
see, that's the thing.
I'd go see
Like,
him.
Cat
I mean,
Williams
he's
is
going to
funny.
be he'll be at the Tower Theater. It's not like it's going to
No,
be much
Cat
money.
Williams
say he
specials are
sells.
funny though.
They are
like,
funny.
for
I mean,
real.
he's okay.
Nah,
Like,
I think he's funnier than I thought.
I'm not. Yeah, if you told me both of them is playing the same night, who are you going to see? Give me
You
the
going to
Kevin
see
Hart
Kev?
tickets.
I don't know.
For me, I am.
It's like
I've
saying
seen
you're
enough
going
Kevin
to
Hart
the
specials.
the Super Bowl versus like a preseason football.
No, wow. That
Yeah, it is.
very
That's
disrespectful. God,
that's
that's not even regular season.
Yo.
It's not even
He said
week
a
10.
preseason
He said a preseason game. God damn.
I'm talking about the
The grand stage.
Right,
Yeah, like
you
the-
can
the-
at least say the Super Bowl versus the college national championship
All right,
or the
damn.
Rose Bowl
Nah,
or
man.
something. You said
Preseason.
preseason. My
Where it's
God.
free.
Yeah, right. Good. Yeah, no, I'm not giving Cat Williams preseason status. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that Kevin Hart he talk about the same shit. Like, I don't know.
He talks about his family and his kids
I
and his
know.
life.
I mean, you can predict the Kevin Hart show.
You can.
I don't
And-
know if you can predict.
I
the
mean,
Kevin
granted, I
Hart
know there's
show.
people out there that's doing it. Like, there's other comedians that's doing it. So I would hate to just think of them, like, put them to, like, to say, because there's other people I would go see probably before Cat Williams, too.
I'm saying Dave Chappelle
You know
for
what I
all
mean?
of them.
Yeah, I am, too.
I'm saying I'm gonna tell you a list of artists
Dave
I would
Chappelle's
see before
the-
Kevin Hart.
the GOAT for
I would see
stand-ups.
Chappelle, and I've seen Chappelle. It's a great show last year. Shout out to Kendrick. Who else?
What, Chris Rock?
Yeah, I would see.
I would
Chris
go
Rock.
see Chris Rock. Chris Rock, even them.
No, Chris Rock is funny. No, I would say Chris Rock. I would say him, Chappelle. You know who I would want to see live? Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
I like Jamie Foxx's stand up.
That I Might Need Security is a classic.
That is, oh man,
It's like 25 years old, man.
I ain't gonna even front
don't
too.
matter.
The
That
bad
joint's
thing about it
hilarious,
is, like, I had the DVD. I mean, it's on the stick now, but remember you used to have to have the DVD.
Yeah.
I had the DVD. I'm telling the KP story right now about a female, but I had it. I left it at somebody's house,
And
and
then you stop messing with her.
yeah, there was
kept-
no
I
way.
hate that,
There was no
yo.
way.
And you gotta call her back,
was
like, yo,
that-
let's leave it out front.
Yo, it was that, and it was another CD I had, like a mixed joint.
I had a
that
Chappelle
was
joint that
for
did
real.
that. Yeah.
It's like, yo, stop drawing. Just give it. You can mail it. I'll pay for the ship. Just get it back.
Why
to
is
me.
it always the funny ones too? Like the
Yeah.
funny or the good, real good, like drama
Yo.
joints. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
at that time, I don't even know where I would have got I Might Need Security from again.
Yeah, I stole it from Blockbuster. I remember that. Well, I didn't steal it, but just
Yeah,
return
didn't
it.
return
Kind of
it.
joint. Yeah. Damn, that was a classic though. That's funny shit.
Yo, Wanda Sykes apparently has like a
Show.
comedy show. I think it's coming on Stars, actually, even though you were just shitting
Yeah,
on the
she
network.
was just. Hold on, was she just at the Keswick?
I don't know.
I'm not here. For
But I know
you
she
know what?
has, like,
I think she was last Friday. I gotta ask my mom.
She has a show coming on one of the premium networks. It's like for up and coming comedians. It's like a late night comedy show.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh yeah, check out the Lil Rel show too.
Yeah, I actually been waiting. I know it came out on Sunday. I gotta
Well,
find
that's
it
gonna
on
be the
demand.
second episode.
Is it?
Yeah,
No, not
the
this
first
Sunday.
one.
Last Sunday it came
Yeah,
out, right? That was the
but
first episode.
Nah,
right?
the first one came on like September, maybe the 16th.
Oh, they didn't run that one back on Sunday?
they played the new one.
Oh, they whack for that. I hate when they do
But
that.
the new one was funny. Like check Lil Rel
How
out.
Jess on that? She cool on that?
Yeah, just cool on that. The whole show is cool because it's like, they all kind of like new artists. Like Rel would be, I guess, the oldest artist, which
Yeah,
he
definitely.
just. Another person I would see too. Like I like
Oh.
some of Cannibal Barrett's stand up.
I was gonna say Carmichael. I love Gerard.
Oh, Gerard, yeah, I like
he's
Gerard
funny,
too.
I like dude on Saturday Night Live, Michael Che. I watched
Oh,
his
Michael
Netflix
Che's-
special.
He's
It was funny, man.
Yeah, he is funny. Yeah, I liked him a lot.
So that's the only thing I was saying. Like, there's people that I think that I would like to go.
I want to see your
before
guy.
Cat.
What's his name?
Sebastian?
Sebastian.
Yo, man, he just sold the garden
me and my
out
people was just talking
4
about
days
that.
in a row.
He funny as hell,
Yeah,
bro.
I saw him like 2 months ago.
He just came back here not too long ago.
Yeah, he sold out in Wells Fargo.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
He's
Sebastian
Sebastian Maniscalco.
Man-
He's
He
like
got anything on Netflix? Anything like that?
He got stuff on Showtime, definitely.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
does have 2 stand-up specials. I don't know if they're on Net. Yeah, they are on Netflix actually. Yeah,
You
I
know
watched
who's
them on
funny
there.
too?
Who's that?
Neil Brennan. Did y'all see his?
I
Neil
saw
Brennan.
I saw something from him. It was like three
mics. You ain't
yeah,
like
the
it?
3 mics. It was
That
cool.
joint was alright.
Yeah,
I
it was
liked
cool. It was cool. He's funny.
Yeah.
I hear Chappelle in his writing a little bit. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's just because I know he's a writer on Chappelle's show, but he's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Playlist time?
Yeah, man.
Man, we talked about a lot today. Man, we rolling.
We
Goodness
got
gracious.
the Commission Podcast playlist. This is playlist number 31.
we're
available.
back to the regular numbers.
Yeah, we
now.
back to the regular numbers, all
Okay.
right? For
Eventually
the
we're gonna-
playlist. Just for the
Okay.
playlist.
Eventually, we're gonna do this on that.
This is available exclusively on Spotify. You got new music, throwback music, and unsigned artists. You can hit us up on there. Just search the Commission Podcast, and our weekly playlists are on there for you to listen to and follow.
If Hulu tells us that we have to start with episode 1, do we go episode 1 or episode 1K or episode 100?
I think it depends on how big the check is.
Yo, why are we making plans for something that don't even exist? You gotta speak it into existence, Mike.
Yeah,
That's what you gotta do.
I'm
You do.
telling you,
Yeah.
they don't have anyone on their network
They
that's
don't.
doing a podcast, so we be the first.
All right, that's cool.
Who wants to set it off this week? I got a bunch of songs, so
Why don't you do it then?
nah, I gotta get them loaded up here.
All right. I mean, I'll jump out there. So since the new Dime Trap will be out hopefully Friday.
It's
I went
coming
back-
out, man.
I went back through my.
He's not gonna Kanye it.
Yeah, I know he's not.
Who is this?
T.I.
T.I.
Oh, yeah.
New album.
Okay.
So I
Dime
went back
Trap.
through
Gotcha.
some vintage T.I. I'm gonna start with trap music. Trap music, the album, the song I went on there, Be Easy. I don't know if y'all remember the Be Easy joint. We'll go with that. Something else I was listening to the whole album, but let's go with off Urban Legend. That's the right sequence, right?
Yeah.
Trap music, then Urban Legend.
Mm-hmm.
You Don't Know Me. Hold on. No, not that one. I'm sorry. But I might as well just keep that on the playlist. I just named it. Hold on. Why You Mad at Me? That's the joint I was thinking about.
All right.
All right. And then of course his new track, The Weeknd. The Weeknd is banging.
I like the joint off King. I thought King was one of his better albums.
Which one? What you know?
He had a lot of
Just Blaze did a lot of production on that.
He had a
if I
lot
remember.
of big beats on
Yeah.
it.
They had a joint with Rihanna too. That was a big hit.
That was Toon.
Was it? I thought that was a Swiss beat.
That? What you know about
Live
it?
Your Life.
Oh, Live Your Life. You talking about?
Yeah.
Nah, I think that was just.
You know
Blaze.
what T.I. song I like? What was that song he made in response to R.I.P. Shorty Low?
Oh yeah. What's happening?
That is my joint, man.
Yo,
I think
that
is
whole
that a Shorty
album.
Red joint too? Who could that be?
I don't know.
That beat is banging, man. What up?
that's
What's
crazy.
happening? All you haters, get at me.
R.I.P. Shorty Low.
Yo, he
did
killed
get
them
him.
on that
Oh yeah,
joint.
Shorty. Damn. You know what? I definitely just forgot that he did pass away too. I thought you meant because of the song.
No, man, he
yeah.
died, bro.
He did,
Real life,
he did
man.
die. Yeah, that's right. He had the funeral at the strip club, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That
Yeah.
was, wow.
Yeah, it was. They drove. Yeah, they.
I
drove
remember he had a
over
show
there.
coming out with all his baby
He
moms.
did.
It's
It was like 11
20
kids
of
or
them.
something like that.
And then they just squashed that and just went with NBA Wives or whatever they
Yeah,
now,
that's probably
hip hop,
what they did.
whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead, yeah.
Oh yeah, Joe Budden's back on Love and Hip Hop next season.
That's gonna be interesting.
Sin Santana.
Shocker. They knew they Joe was trying to get all
Get
this
them
money,
checks,
man.
yeah.
Joe is working out this motherfucker, man. I tell you.
All right, what was we at next? We did the T.I. shout
I
out.
feel like we said like 30 songs already.
Yeah, shout out to Daz too, man. I had to go back through the Dog Pound collection just because of that little situation he got himself into.
He got out though.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I'm sure he's out. $1,500, right?
I don't know.
Shoot.
First of all, why are you in? That's for $1,500. You know what I'm saying? First of all, why are you in, sir?
It shouldn't even be a record of you being booked. Like, yeah, he was booked, but he posted bail immediately.
Right, immediately. Like, yeah.
Immediately
Yeah,
after.
that
Cardi
shit
was
never-
in, right out.
And out, right. You didn't see Cardi lollygagging around like Dave East. Dave East was in, right out. You know what I mean? Like, these guys
Maybe
ain't playing around.
Dad had to move some money around, man. It just ain't like
It's
you know
like,
what I'm
yo,
saying?
the way my bank account
It
set up,
ain't
I got a
as-
checking, I got a savings. I'm saying all my money in my savings, I need to move it to my checking. Okay.
He
I
ain't
get
as
it.
liquid as he probably used to be at one point.
That's all good.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Dog Pound. Some Bomb.
All right.
You know what? So I don't know if you remember that, Greg, but check that joint out. Okay, I put it on the playlist.
Okay.
Do I need to give anything else, man? Let me. I'm good.
All
I'm
right.
good. We'll stop it right there.
Mike ran through T.I.'s discography.
I'm about to say, man. I thought this was
Last one was Daz. Yo.
never ending story over there. All right. What I got is I want to see if you can guess the theme here.
All right.
All right. So I'm gonna start trying to do themes with the songs I have for the playlist. So first track is Goosebumps, Travis Scott featuring Kendrick Lamar. Second track that I have is Mesmerize, Wiz Khalifa.
I thought you were talking about the Ja Rule Ashanti song.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
shit,
You
nobody
would-
was
that would
thinking
been the
that.
first.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
nobody in the world but Kev was thinking that. no one in the world even. I didn't even know they had a song called Mesmerize. But okay, thank you. Newsflash. Last song I have for the playlist this week, White Girl by Shy Glizzy. Shout out DC.
I think Shaka Lizzy got an album coming out
That would be dope.
in 2 weeks.
Oh wow. Okay, that'd be nice.
I don't know the theme. What's the theme?
Okay. Would anyone else like to take a guess?
Damn. You know what? Just go ahead and drop it on us.
Goosebumps?
All produced by.
I don't even know who produced Goosebumps.
Hold on.
I'm gonna give him a chance.
Goosebumps. What was the first one you said?
It was Goosebumps. It was Mesmerize, and it was White Girl by Shy Glizzy. I'm pretty sure you probably never heard the Shy Glizzy joint, but Goosebumps and Mesmerize you may have.
Travis Scott?
Yeah, Travis Scott didn't produce Goosebumps.
Nah, he didn't produce it.
Travis Scott does know how to work the
Cardo.
boards.
Cardo got wings.
Okay.
Cardo.
All right.
I didn't realize he had this many dope songs. I was like, oh my goodness, these are some really good. Also produced by Cardo. For fun fact for the listeners out there, Levels by Meek Mill.
All right.
Seen it all, Jeezy and Jay-Z. And most recently, God's Plan.
All right.
Interesting little tidbit for y'all.
So I got G-Eazy and YG got this joint called Endless Summer Freestyle.
Okay.
It's got a really dope beat that it doesn't. You wouldn't think you would hear YG on it, but he works well. He fits on it. Mona Lisa is obviously going to be on there this week.
It's obviously
because it's the best rap song
away
this
from
year.
Wayne songs purposely because of this. I knew you was going to have one.
Mona Lisa off the Carter 5. I also have Corrupt on there from Reason. Reason dropped an album. Reason's the new TDE artist that dropped an album last week. So I was like, wow, you're going to drop an album the week that Carter 5 comes out. But it's actually a good album. So I picked the joint Corrupt off of there.
So we got a Dog Pound reunion.
I know.
I'm saying on
At first, I thought he was talking about Corrupt. For a minute. I'm like, what you got? All right.
And then Cash Sinatra from New York hit us up, and he sent us a track called That's My Bay. So I'm going to put that on there this week.
All right.
We'll take it.
Shout out to Cass Sinatra.
One more track I'm going to hit on there is the Logic 100 Miles and Running featuring Wale off the Young Sinatra 4 album that came out last week.
Okay.
Yo, if you guys listen to Logic?
No.
I didn't get a chance, but a friend of mine, he was in the text saying that Logic album was better than, he felt it was better than Wayne's album.
I've heard
It's
people
a
say that.
different, like, you're getting different.
It's
I heard
boom
he's-
bap rap versus like, commercial hip hop.
I got you.
He said the production he felt was
The
better
production
than
on it
Wayne's
is
album.
great.
Yeah.
He got a joint. I was saying, I think I said it in the chat. He got the whole entire Wu-Tang Clan on.
Why
the
didn't
same,
that make the playlist?
I like the Wale joint. That's my.
Oh,
We might wait. We might make it next week. I don't know.
I like how he stuck to his guns though, because I
because I just don't like it, man. It's trash. I mean,
It's definitely not
it's what
trash.
it is.
It's
I
definitely
mean,
not
it's
trash. I thought it was crazy because the Wu-Tang last album didn't even have a
All
single
members
track
of
with
the-
all the members of the Wu-Tang on it.
Yeah.
But Logic somehow figured out to get them all on his album.
Logic's a bigger artist than all of the Wu-Tang right now in 2018. In
2018,
2018,
he is for sure.
Yeah, man, you know.
Method Man got a new album coming out next month.
Yeah, you can hold on to that for me.
Meth Lab 2.
Yeah, you can keep that. Take the Meth Lab 2, there's a 1?
Damn.
It's just like, what? Was there? I didn't know. Like, wait
Yes,
a
there
minute.
was, man.
Because I didn't know. All right. That's like, Meth doesn't do good with 2s. Because Takao 2 was trash.
Trash.
I'm saying, like, for real.
it was definitely
So, like,
trash.
I need you to just keep with the original.
Yeah.
Come up with a new name.
All right. You guys got any shouts before we get out of here?
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, shout out to my son, man. His birthday's Friday.
Oh,
Damn, man.
Mike.
One of
Yeah.
your other kids'
Yeah,
birthday was
last
last
month.
week, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. You knock them on the same. All right. I
We'll
see
be,
what you doing over there.
What we doing? Yeah, he got a surprise party. Like, it's funny. He's heavy into Mario right now.
Yeah.
So he got all like the Mario, Luigi, the Toad. Like, we get him all the little
You got him the
stuffy
Switch?
joints that he's into. That's what he said he wants. But here's the problem.
Yeah.
So I got, they got the chip Xboxes out there.
Yeah.
So my Xbox got like 10,000 games
Uh-huh.
on it, and it has all the Mario games on there. So Mikey think, oh, I get the Switch, I'll get like this game. I'm like, we got all the games
Yeah.
that you can get on the Xbox, but he don't even know. Like, he just think this. I'm not buying that. Like,
I
he's
got
not
one.
gonna get enough use out
He
of
would
it.
like it.
Huh?
He would like it.
Yeah, but he's not gonna get enough use out of it.
Yeah,
he's
because
gonna
you
want to
take
play
it with him. Like, you
I mean, he
play
has
in
a
the car
tablet
and
he takes
whatnot.
with him.
Yeah. He would like it.
Yeah, but hey, well, donate to the cause. You know what I'm saying? But no, we got him a Mario party at Sky Zone. He gonna have,
Nice.
and all his friends is gonna, like, he has no idea. It's gonna be
That's
crazy.
gonna be cool.
Yeah, yeah. So shout out,
Shout out to little Mike.
yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Next.
Do I have any shout outs? I don't think I have really any shout outs this week.
All right. Shout out to everybody that's hitting us up on social media.
Yeah, I did want to say that, but go ahead. You got it.
You know, if you want to be featured on the Commission Podcast, you can hit us up at the Commission Pod on Instagram or at Commission Pod on Twitter. Just send us your music, send us a bio, hit us in the DM, or send us an email, thecommissionpod@gmail.com, and we'll be in contact, man.
You know what? I did have something, right? Because, it's kind of piggyback on the heels of the conversation we started, when you guys first came in with. It's not going to be long, I promise. Members. You know what I mean? Special guests. You know what I mean? I think one thing that we like is the one thing we promote is varied opinions and debates. And I think, healthy dialogue is something that we always seek. So if you feel like there's something that you want to express, if there's something that you feel like you can contribute, or if there's something that you feel like, we're not covering or giving the attention that it deserves, hit us up, man. Maybe you could be our first guest on the Commission Podcast. Our next guest, because we've had guests on here before. But, maybe you could be our next guest on the Commission Podcast. I just want to throw that out there before we adjourn today.
All right. On that.
Yeah, man.
We out.
Yeah, on to the next.
Peace.
The commission.